Hello, welcome to our playtest, test play. This is not a test play, we've already, the game is out. This is,
Let's play.
Actual play.
we actually playing Venture Forth, the game that I created, based on The Quiet Year by Avery. Yes, Adler, I'm going to say Avery Books, but I think Avery Books is the captain from Deep Space Nine.
No, that's Loka. No, Loka is the guy from Discovery.
Yes.
Good points. So,
That's how we start.
We're off to a good start, yeah.
we will be explaining the rules as before we even begin, and we'll be going through the setup, which takes about 20 minutes, and then we'll start the game itself. And basically, it's a game in which you play the entire campaign in a couple of hours. A classic D&D campaign sort of thing. By going through what generally happens in such a campaign, card by card, turn by turn, until eventually you reach the maximum level and your story ends. You can't win, you can't lose, your character might die, but that will probably happen because you chose it to be so, because you think it's interesting. And that's it, that's that. Any questions so far?
How are you doing?
Hello. I'm Eran, this is my wife Lassie, this is Aviv, both of us together work on up to 4 players. Here's Ev, he's Aviv's wife. And finally,
That's not how it works.
okay,
That's fine.
because he's my wife, so not my, okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Amy, an ascended fan, as TV tropes call them.
Is
That's
that the
the,
trope?
yes, that's a trope.
Nice.
That's a fan that becomes part of the canon creating thing.
You have ascended.
Yes. What is this game about? You're telling the story of a party of adventurers from their humble beginnings to their final epic adventure. You tell of the challenges they face and how they overcame them. Or, if you prefer, you can tell how they failed and what the consequences were. Each player controls one member of the party, describing what happens to their character on their adventures. You can help them succeed or let them fail, whatever is more interesting to you. In 2 to 3 hours, you'll reach the maximum level and end your adventure career with one final extraordinary quest. What you need to play? Us! Also, 2 sheets, blank sheets, character sheets that we don't actually have, so we'll just write on actual papers because the character sheet is basically just this, you don't actually need to print it. And several D6s. Some ground rules. This is a game in which you tell a collaborative story. There are no secrets and everything is in the open. That being said, the game is more fun when you keep your ideas to yourself and only reveal them during your turn. Let other players come up with their own ideas and only offer yours if asked. If you want to discuss something, you can use your action to sit around the campfire. Otherwise, refrain from talking about what's happening in the game. Play to find out what happens. This is a game about a party of adventurers. Things usually happen to all of you together. Celebrate the other players' characters as you do your own. And finally, you're here to have fun, don't be nasty.
Nasty. Sorry, don't be.
Is that your character? Is she going to be called Nasty?
Yes.
We're going to wait,
Yes.
we're going
That's
to...
actually-
I've already created the deck. This game comes with abundant redundancies in the form of way too many cards for a single game, which is here to help you with replayability, of course. It has about 108 cards, something like that, I think, and you use only 20 per game. We'll be going through Heroic, and then Paragon, and then Epic. They are one on top of the other. We'll just do it card by card. It will just happen. Now we create the campaign map.
That's for the other camera?
Yeah. Place one sheet of paper on the table. This is your starting area where the campaign begins. Give the name, such as the Hidden Valley, Witch's Forest, the City of Riches, Grandia, Mocky Island, the Shire, Elfwind Forest, Plains of Ashford, the High Rise, whatever. What's the name of our starting area?
Isles of Storm.
The Eyes of...
Isles.
Isles
of
of Storm.
Ooh, pirates.
Go for it. Write it down, please, on the starting area. Now, the second sheet of paper...
Is this the first one?
This is the first one, this is the second.
That's weird.
Is placed close by. You'll use it once we reach the Paragon tier. During the Heroic tier, you can only create new things in your starting area. Each player now draws something in the starting area. A border or a prominent feature of the landscape, such as a mountain range, a seashore, the demonic fissure, a city, forest, river, mesa, etc. You may name them if you wish.
Who wants to go first?
I think it's the artist. You're the only one person.
I don't think
It's fine, we don't
it doesn't
have
need to be.
it
Absolutely.
doesn't matter.
Are you
matter.
playing as well?
Yes, we are all
Okay.
players.
So I think you're starting.
No, I'll be the last. I should be the last.
I'm gonna go first.
Go for it.
I'm doing
An island of storm.
this here.
Oh, is that the storm?
This is
it's
the
a
storm.
whirlwind.
Yeah, it's the whirlwind of
Storm.
wind.
Storm wind.
Storm winds.
Storm wind.
Yeah, storm wind's good. I don't think
Storm wind,
anyone's
oh.
ever used that.
Is that?
I think it's like the alliance something.
Storm.
I-
Winds. Nice. That's good to
Yes.
know.
This way the camera can see the words.
Nice. Okay.
A prominent feature of the landscape or a border of a sort.
Border.
Border. Whoa, that's amazing. Dude, one feature of the land.
It's one feature.
Okay, what's the feature then?
Look at this.
Yes. Amaze balls.
Whoa!
It's the islands
It's a
with
giant
the
molecule.
Nasty.
The rules said not to be nasty.
I'm sorry, I'm showing you how not to play.
So I want this to be like the main, like the
It's a place.
Civilized.
Like, yeah, the civilized.
Are these like bridges? The
The
thing that
battered
the island.
peninsula.
The battled peninsula. No, that requires me to write peninsula.
Well, the places, the places.
The places. Oh, the places.
The trilands, the trilands, the trilands.
That's good, the trilands.
Yes, the trilands. You don't have to name them if you
Too
don't
late.
want.
Try with Y.
What?
Try them.
Try to get there. No one
Yeah.
succeeds. No.
You said this is where where we get this is where we start our journeys. No?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Try
Good
to
point.
get out on time.
Good point. Yes, Amy, please add something.
Okay.
You had something on the Thailands.
Yeah.
Oh.
This
Eight.
is the Windward Temple.
Nice. Nice.
Got it.
Well, no, you know what? Yes, you'll be next. That's true. I said I was last. Go for it.
I like that no one could like
Hey.
ocean.
Don't give us ideas.
Yeah, no, I mean, maybe it's not even like.
Not even in water.
Yeah.
There's just
I mean, actually,
islands.
it could be. Right?
It could be like islands in the air,
island.
but I think we all assume that this is in water.
You can't see them.
No.
Well, what I'm going to add is going to make sure that we are in water. Water. What's this?
We don't know, but the map says here be dragons.
I don't think that's.
No, I think that's fine.
That's
So
okay. So what's the
dragons.
line? What does the line donates?
This is where the map says here be dragons, so nobody ever went over to check.
I mean, we can
I
say
agree.
it's a border. Like it's the border of the known.
Well, what I want to add is
Another border.
yes, the
That's-
continent.
That's a peninsula of the continent. It's just called the continent.
Yes.
Okay.
When you're in the sea, there's a continent and the sea. That's Argentina.
Okay. Okay. So we have the
Nice.
continent, baby dragons. It's like a very old English map, essentially.
Yes.
Map.
Map.
Nice.
Sure.
That's how you know it's old English.
Note. You can write on the campaign map, but only proper names of location represent everything else by icons and drawings. It doesn't have to be a great drawing, but it shouldn't take too much space. You should also know right now that the campaign map evolves as we go on. When you progress to the Paragon tier, the scope of your campaign expands. Then we place the second page next to the map. The map is now larger. We draw a line across the second page. These are the borders of the continent, the known world, or whatever. From now on, you can add new things within this new line. When you progress to the epic tier, the campaign reaches the peak. The empty space left on the other side of the line can be used to draw outer planes, new continents, distant stars, whatever. Time for our character sheets. Each player takes a character sheet to represent the character they'll create and play. You'll be making most of the decisions about your character, some of which might lead to their death. Sometimes that happens, in which case you'll introduce a new character to the party, probably as an avenging family member or a background character who suddenly becomes a lot more important. On your character sheet, you keep track of your qualities. They are people you know, allies, acquaintances, or enemies. For example, the wizard Reginald, the masked bastard who ambushed us, my devoted follower Bertha the Bard. Items you have, but only notable things such as important quest items or magical devices, not your rations or torches. If you wish, you can detail an item's property or history in a sentence, but you don't have to. For example, Pearl of Power, the Sword of the Sea, a bronze key from the Dragon's Dungeon, a book filled with the Duchess's secrets. Abilities you've gained, developed or learned, unusual or supernatural things you can do or that define you, probably relating to your class, like very sturdy, Feast of 1,000 Stars, Fireball, Shadow Sneak, Hunter's Mark, can drink down an ox. Finally, journal entries that keep track of events that define who you are, notable things that happen to you, like betrayed by the Duke, wanted in shade for breaking the statue, the only survivor of the Green Dragon's attack on the ship, or destined to carry the forever scythe. You also track harm on your character sheet. Harm is the measure of the general grinding of adventuring life. It represents both declining physical health and growing mental fatigue. When a character has 3 harm, they die. If your character dies, you pick one person from your character sheet, or no one cares because you're not going to die. Well, if you do, you pick a person from your character sheet or someone else's character sheet and create a character based on them. You take a new character sheet, answer the regular questions that we're going to answer in a moment, etc., etc. Keep the old character sheet around, even the dead are still part of this campaign. You shouldn't try to avoid harm since you don't win by remaining safe. You win by creating a fun story about adventurers. Harm is another tool you can use to tell a cool story. You can usually control the amount of harm you gain or lose, but sometimes death might come as a surprise. That's part of adventuring life. There's an optional life. There's an optional rule about making harm descriptive, but we will avoid it for now. Gather your party before venturing forth. Nice. So,
Is that not IP?
I don't think so. If it is, YouTube will automatically blip it now. I think. I'm not sure. Decide together on a name for the campaign or the party. Everyone writes it at the top of their character sheet. This is what your game is about. Think of it as the name of a fantasy adventure TV series. I suggest Supernatural.
We got this.
Natural.
Nice.
Naturally super.
Discuss among yourself until you find something that sounds good, even if you don't yet know what it actually means. For example, you can name your game The Pearl of the Deeps without yet knowing what a pearl is, what it is for, etc. Here are a few examples. Four of the Dark Lord, In Search of Treasure Island, The Mad King's Crown, The Pearl of the Deeps, The Wacky Adventures of the Audacious Bards.
How about Yar?
I think we need something more.
Out of the storm.
Out of the storm. It's interesting because it might denote us trying to get out of the storm or something that comes out of the storm. So that works for me.
I like that.
Also, it keeps storm as a thing, as a motive. The campaign name is important because whenever you want to start a new quest, which is the main thing you're doing in the game, if you don't have an idea of what to do, refer to the campaign name and try to do something that works with that.
Right, that makes sense, I think, with Out of the Storm.
Out of the storm? Out of the storm, we all write it at the top of our thing because it's more important than our character. Nice. Starting with the player who has gone the longest without playing a role-playing campaign, and going clockwise, answer the following question. If you're unsure of how to answer, ask the person to your right to answer for you. Remember, your character is just starting an adventure career. You're not yet experienced. Who then shall begin.
And the three of us are playing the same campaign, so we went exactly the same amount of time.
Well, I haven't played a campaign in a long
That's
time.
actually true.
You
Yes,
started playing one on Friday.
that's technically.
Amy.
It started
I
with
played
me.
the same one on Friday.
I think
So
we
it's one of
started.
us then.
Yes, it's one of
Let's
you.
just roll a die.
Dun 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 dun.
Does that count?
Yes.
We should probably have said like.
Yeah.
But if
Well,
you're
because- So, Ave. Is that how you pronounce your name?
yeah, sure.
It's
yeah.
a character.
Yeah.
Here are the questions,
No,
just so you know.
F.
Right.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Here are the questions, just so you know. What's your class? What's the first thing people notice about you? And finally, what's your name? What's your class? For example,
Mage.
Fighter, Beastmaster Ranger, Divine Pilfer, Elvish Monk of the Seven Dives.
Mage.
You're a mage.
I'm a mage.
I would recommend adding a descriptor of a sort.
Cool mage.
You can be a cool mage. That means there are other types of mages.
Uncool.
Uncool
Yeah.
mages.
There's cool mages and
Or
uncool
war
mages. I went to
mages.
the cool university.
Yes.
That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah. I like it.
You chose to watch this.
Can I be an elementalist wizard?
Sure, you can be elementalist wizard.
That's what I am. That's
What?
a long word.
That's a well. You can just write elem
No.
and a dot, and that should be element.
Elementalist
Wizard.
wizard.
What's the first thing people notice about you? For example, the gigantic hammer on my back, my missing eye, my incredibly eloquent style of speech, the three zombies following me obediently, or the very revealing yet stylish way I dress.
My hair looks like a raven.
Then your hair looks like a raven.
Like color-wise, or it
Like-
actually looks like a raven?
No, it's gold actually, but it's shaped.
shaped like-
yeah.
My golden hair is shaped like a raven.
That's
Brilliant.
Now,
Wait,
You-
it's a lot, right?
that's a lot to write. All of you, however, in the meantime, can write on your character sheet the only thing that really should be on your character sheet, and that's the 4 type of qualities. Persons, items, abilities, and journal entries. Leave some room for each.
Where should
Just somewhere you want. Persons, items, abilities, and journal entries. And for you, it's especially important now because items and the journal entries. Based on the things that you've just said, your class and the first thing people notice about you, add 2 qualities that match them. A person, an item, ability, or a journal entry. You can add 2 of the same type if you want, whatever. Choose things that your character is likely to have, or things that you'd like to see later in the story.
Sorry, so 2
2 qualities.
qualities,
Yes.
which is anything.
Any of these 4, you can choose 2 of the same type if you want. It doesn't matter.
Okay. I want to have like the headmaster wizard at my college.
Sure. If you want to name him. If not, it's Headmaster Wizard at my college.
That's his name. It's like we're married.
Oh.
What's your other thing?
The name's Wizard. Headmaster Wizard.
Other thing.
Yes. You might want to add an ability to reflect your abilities. You might want to add as a journal entry something that is true for you or that you would like to be true for you.
I don't want anything to be true to me.
Then you can.
I want an ability because I'm a mage. I'm a
Sure,
wizard.
sure. You're an elemental wizard.
Elemental.
Yes.
Elementalist.
Yes,
Wizardist.
Wizardist, yes.
Good with words.
Yeah.
Can summon fire.
Sure,
Sure.
sure. I would have written down fireball, but you know, to each his own.
Yeah, but if I can summon fire, I
Yeah,
can
that's
summon
fire.
fire.
I agree, yes, that is so very true. Finally, what's your name? Judemeister?
No. Magus opus.
That's
Nice.
worst.
Is it worse or is it much better?
Amy, your turn. What's your
Sure.
class?
I am a paladin of the Sunlit Order.
Yes, of course you are. What's the first thing people notice about you?
I think my shining armor has to be.
No problem at all.
Is it shining because it's like polished, or is it actually shining?
It just constantly looks like there's a sunbeam on it, even if
Even
there
though
isn't.
oh, that's nice. That's really cool. You go to like a dark room and it like
Yeah.
shines. Yeah.
We don't need
You
to
wake
watch
up
this.
to find yourself in a dark room. So,
It's a very niche reference.
it's not that niche.
It's very nice.
Add two qualities. I think the armor should be a quality. It doesn't have to be, but if it doesn't exist as a quality, it will take less airtime in the story. It will exist less in the story.
I think I will make it a thing, so it's my beacon plate armor.
Nice. And your bacon plate armor.
And I am going to smite them with goodliness.
Okay, yes, goodness smiting. That's a classic. What's your name?
So something.
Not ma'am something?
Sir Danvers something of
Of something.
Something.
Well, it's time for me to choose a class. We already have a wizard, we have a knight. I think it's time for the roguish type. I will be
Rogue.
a halfling scoundrel.
Ooh. So we have races.
Apparently.
Apparently,
I mean, it might
That's
be
racist.
just there's only halflings. Or
No.
maybe. I mean, humans and halflings, not only halflings,
Okay.
but humans and halflings.
Okay.
What's the first thing people notice about me?
halfling.
I was thinking maybe
He's
the
half,
fact that
half halfling. He's a quarterling.
Quarterling, yes, yes. It's like the oldest joke from the
Is it?
book, I guess. What's the first? I have no idea. So the person to my left does it. What's the first thing people notice about me?
You're really, really dirty. So the demeanor. You
I'm
haven't
dirty.
Yeah, you haven't washed for like ages.
You don't wash.
Stinky halfling. Stinky smelly halfling.
Smells good.
Stinky and unwashed. Thank you, my wife, for that. I now need to create two qualities based on this. I think that one will be for abilities. I am sneaky.
No one can see you coming, but they can smell you coming.
God damn it! Good point. That's actually a good point.
Unless you're like very good at sneaking around at like underbellies and like places where it's all dirty. I mean, maybe the world itself is dirty. Maybe the whole world is like poverty-ridden thing.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's my problem, and I think I know why.
Because
As a journal,
you
I
have
was cursed.
no hygiene.
No, I have journal. No. I'm cursed never to touch water.
That's
Really, really
unless
problematic.
that's still up in the air. If we're like in the sky,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay.
What
I
happens
think
when
maybe it
rains?
was something that I tried to get in order to not drown, but it became a curse. Something that we'll see.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
My name is.
Smelly McSmellson.
Somebody the nose.
You guys and your fixation on this. I mean, my name
That's the
is.
first thing we noticed about
Okay,
you.
Clara.
Clara.
Yes. Dudermeister.
Of course.
It had to show up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
There's always
What was it, Dudermeister?
Cloud with the Meister.
Yes, I'm a boy. I'm a
Smelly.
boy, Clara. Darcy, your turn.
So class and what the first thing that's on
The first thing is a class, and then the first thing people notice about you.
fighter.
Just fighter?
I'm
I
a
don't-
fighter with my bare tentacles because the first thing you notice about me
Then you're a tentacle fighter.
tentacle fighter.
No, I think.
Alright.
It's always better to add a descriptor, generally speaking.
Horrific monster like type. I think the first thing you notice about me is that half of my body is a huge, weird looking octopus full of tentacles.
Really?
And the other half is just two legs.
Is it
Are
like?
you an octopus, aren't you?
Are you a were-octopus? Is it a thing?
Where
in
else?
this-
I thought no. I thought I mean, if this is water, which you still have to decide, or somehow I was
It's
fished
water.
out of the water, and I'm the only thing of my kind. So for now, I'm shackled. Then you're bringing me to the carnival or something, or to the zoo.
Then how are you a fighter?
That's what I do when I'm in trouble. I beat people up with my tentacles, generally.
Write it down, your class and your very the thing that you have. Yes, you
My
definitely have
name
that.
is Joe, because they know what to call me.
Of course.
Then we call it Joe.
Joe the tentacle fighter.
That was
John Doe? John Doe?
John Doe?
Joe
Yeah,
Don?
John
Joe
Doe.
Don?
Aviv. Apparently it's your turn.
No, she
Wait,
has to
we-
break
yeah.
down the...
The qualities, yes, that's it. Your qualities.
Like
I know the game.
8 long slimy tentacles.
That's an ability.
Sure. Yes, of course, okay.
And
Fine.
another one.
Another thing.
Another 8 long
Journal
tentacles.
entries.
Journal entry can be something like, I'm the only one of my kind, I was fished out of the water.
Would you have a journal if you were an octopus?
It's not, Look, first of all, she has ink.
She can
So
have
she can,
That's true, that's true.
8
Yeah.
journals.
Okay, 8 journals.
Fished out of the water.
fished out of the water. Yes, I think. If it's something that's interesting you to have in the story in some way, then yes.
Okay, and we'll see where it goes. Yeah.
Then your class, just for me to make sure, is
Fighter. Tentacle fighter.
tentacle fight. Okay.
Tentacle fighter.
What's it called when you are... you want to be a priest, but you're not a priest yet?
Racist.
Acolyte, yes. So I'm an acolyte. I'm a windward acolyte.
Windward.
What's a windward?
From the temple of the...
Yeah.
It's a temple of windward.
Okay.
Yes.
I assume it's like a ruined temple for some reason. Apparently
It
not.
might be.
No, it isn't.
This temple might be ruined.
Oh, fair
Are
enough.
you from the temple?
No, it's quite it's a fairly strong religion in the world.
Sure.
Yeah, don't go around ruining it.
Well, you're all if you're a
Mr.
religion.
Elemental
I mean,
Wizard.
magic is like the actual god, isn't it?
Well, you get your powers from the gods. They just call it differently.
Well, let's agree to disagree.
Let's see.
Both sides.
So a windward acolyte, and the first thing that people notice about me is that I float very, very slightly off the ground, like 2 inches. How
Are
much is an
you
inch?
perhaps
5 feet?
warded by wind?
You could say that.
I know this game so well.
It's almost like you wrote it.
Slightly above ground. Let's see. Qualities. I'll take a person. My big brother is a priest in the Windward.
What's interesting about him? You can just say big brother priest. That's fine.
Big brother priest.
Maybe he's like a head priest.
Yeah,
or maybe
he's one of the heads. He's destined to be the bishop.
Maybe he's
Okay,
an
okay,
expeditionist.
okay. Then big brother, a bishop in training or something.
Big brother.
It just adds something when you add something. But it
You
does.
should put that in the rules.
That's actually in the rules. I mean, most of the, for those of you at home watching, half of the rules, a bit more than half the rules, is frequently asked questions and suggestions on how to, some further thoughts about how to play the game. If you need, for example, suggestions as to how to make things more interesting, add a descriptor is one of the basic ones.
And items.
Yes. I have accidentally stolen the Orb of Winds from the temple's most holy shrine.
Orb chamber.
Orb chamber.
The most holy of, they have several orb
Yeah, of
chambers,
course.
Yes.
but this is the holiest
Yeah,
of
like
orb chambers.
accidentally stolen.
Yeah, accidentally stolen.
I think we are ready to begin.
Oh wait, I'm nasty.
Nasty.
That's we got it.
Nasty.
Name.
Nasty.
Woman.
No, I'm just nasty.
Nest.
Topical.
I'm just nasty because
Okay.
we are.
Of the nasties.
We get rid of our surnames as we enter the temple because the only thing that matters is our own self
Nesty.
and the god of wind. Yes, that's my name.
What's your brother's name?
Is it Sister Nasty
better.
or...
I'm nasty, he's better, and
And
we have our
Father
oldest
is
brother is best.
Your parents?
Awesome.
Awesome and meh.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It was an arranged marriage.
I bad for me.
The player who was first during character creation round now gets to create a quest, just as if they took the start a quest action. They then start their turn by drawing the first card and reading it aloud.
Oh, so we're starting.
Yes, we're beginning.
That's the beginning.
Let's start with creating a quest. You create a quest. Now, how you play the game? During your game, during your turn, you draw a card, you read out loud whatever is on it. If there's a choice, and almost always there's a choice, you choose one of the options, and then do the thing.
Do you read both?
Yes, you read everything on it, and then choose one. Generally speaking, I remind you, other people should not speak. They can,
But they shouldn't.
but they shouldn't. Even if they have the best suggestion for like the first thing that you said, but you want the second thing that you said, unless you go out and say, guys, I don't know, I'm not sure, does anyone have any suggestions? Unless you ask for a suggestion, anyone should shut up. Then you do your action, and action is one of three things, also summarized very neatly at the end of the book. On your, I was of course wrong by not reading the summary. Before you choose an action, you reduce all quests by one. Mm-hmm. Quests are measured by dice. Reducing by one means picking up, taking it up, and then you choose an action. There are three actions. The first is start a quest. The second is add a thread, and the third is sit around the campfire. What's start a quest? What you're going to do right now before the game begins. Describe a new goal that must be achieved and mark it on the map. How difficult is this quest from 1, easiest, to 6, an entire adventure? Place a d6 on it with that number facing up. You can describe an item, person, ability, or journal entry that will be gained as a reward when the quest is done, or leave it open for now. When the quest is complete, the player who created it says how it ended. The player gets a new quality, even if they decided the quest failed. Just make it maybe an unwanted quality. A quest is completed when it is reduced to 0. Whenever that happens at whatever player is done. Second action you can do is add a thread. Introduce a new thing to the map or add a detail to an existing quest and mark the addition on the map. The quest doesn't have to be your own. In fact, it's recommended to add a thread to other players' quests. If you add a detail that should make things easier, reduce the difficulty by 1. If the detail sounds like it's going to complicate things, increase the difficulty by 1. Finally, sit around the campfire. Pick an adventuring subject relevant to the campaign that is interesting to you and discuss it with the other players in character. Take about 3 minutes, no more. Any new detail you establish should be added as new quality to your character sheets or to the map. This is a very powerful way to add new things. If I, for example, start a new sit around the campfire and talking, so, anyone here got cursed before? Or what do you know about curses? Stuff like that. Whatever we say becomes canon for curses. And if I say, yes, I was cursed by the Witch of the West, I will then, when we end it, add the Witch of the West as a person to my own, because this is just a thing that now happened. I mean, it always happened, just now revealed it. This is basically it. Please do start a quest. And the goal that must be achieved.
Are we all doing quests before?
No, only the first dude.
Whoa.
Oh.
Dude.
Yes. And we're a party, right? I mean, we're all...
We
together.
venture together, one would say.
Okay.
Probably fourth. Just a quick thought about what kind of quest should you create. A quest should arise from your character sheet. Do you have an item you don't know anything about? Start a quest to search for information. Do you want a new ability or to complement your class? Go on a quest to learn it. The Brotherhood of the Shroud is trying to summon an unknown demon. Start a quest to raid one of their shrines in search of answers. Quest should be about things your character wants to achieve and the way you want the story to unfold. They should always relate either to previously established in-game events or to the campaign name. That's it.
Cool. Can I, have a quest where we go somewhere which isn't marked on the map?
Yeah, and then you mark it on the map. You can always mark things on the map.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't take an action. You can take an action, but to do that at a thread, but you can always mark things if you are doing it in part of something else.
Okay, so I want us to go to Morningham University, where there's all the storm experts, the scholars that have studied the storm for hundreds of years to gain insight.
Mark it on the map.
I will mark it up.
You don't have to write it down Mornington University, but you can just, we need a university on the map now.
How do universities look?
Well,
I will put it as a rectangle. It's a
that's it.
rectangular.
As the resident doctor, is that how universities look?
You have like wings here, and you have towers, and you have.
Are
It looks like a
rectangle
robot.
wings?
That looks.
It's like you have those like the West Wing where you have like wings.
Wings.
It's not wings.
Like the raven.
I don't know what that is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a university. I mean, it looks like a university, right?
It looks
yeah.
perfect.
Look, there's like wards here, so you know people are studying. Done.
So, no problem at all. That's
So I put 5 weeks, five difficulty.
Yes.
Because it is a long journey.
Yes.
No, actually it's less because I mean people have done this journey before. It's
Okay.
nothing like too unique or special or dangerous. It is a long journey and it's hard to get there and you need to gain access and you need to convince people to give you whatever boats and stuff like that. So it's hard to get there, but it's not like impossible.
Do we need to discuss what we're doing together?
No, we'll discover it as we go along,
Okay.
if it's important to us.
Okay.
Let us begin. Please draw the first card, read it out loud, and let us start again.
You notice there's a creature following you around. What is it and what gave it away? Do you confront it? Add a person or a line to your journal if you want. Or you notice there's a shadowy group following you around. Who are they and what do they want from you? Add a person or a line to your journal if you want.
I'm excited by either of these.
How's that?
I think it's a shadowy group following us around. Yes. Who are they and what do they want from you? They want us to not reach our destination, and they are the Windsors.
What?
Like Windsor, like Windsor.
Like Windsor?
Windsor
Yes.
Like the Windsors. Yeah, it's a cult, and they're really into the storm, and you would say that they don't want to be out of the storm, and thank you. They want people to stop researching the storm and stop. I mean, we have something good going on right now in the world, and sure, there's a big storm there, and sure, we have octopus people coming out of the sea, but it's fine.
It's fine.
And they don't want people.
Messing with
Okay. Did you add a thing on your thing?
Person or line to your journal? I would add a line to my journal.
Well, we can discard it. So you tear it to pieces. Isn't it?
Discard.
What's the line? Being chased by the Windsors?
I'm actually adding it as like a line, like that I write in a journal, like me writing.
What's the line?
I'm gonna.
Dear journal. Yesterday I woke up to discover I was chased by the Windsors. That's fine. Now we continue by reducing all quests by 1. Whoop. Whoop. And then you choose an action. That's the longest journal.
Yeah, I know. I regretted it the second I started writing.
He's a wizard, they're very wordy.
So last night we saw a ship in the fog behind us. Could it be
The Windsors.
The Windsors.
Nice, I like it.
It's nice.
Yes, nice.
So an action.
Yes. An action is either starting a quest, adding the thread, or sitting around the campfire.
So what's starting with Fred again?
Add a thread is introduce a new thing to the map or add a detail to an existing quest.
Okay.
It can be relevant in any way to whatever happened, or just you want to have something new on the map.
Should we be writing down the quests?
No.
Everyone will just remember.
It just restarted it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I want to add...
The island of racists. Racist Cove. The mark on the map. The place of locations.
The place of locations. The location of something. Green top. Wait.
It's a green top.
How do you know? It's an island. It's called Green Top.
Describe it.
Sorry?
Describe it.
Oh.
Just a little, but we need to know something about it except for its name.
It's very green. I mean, it's like, so if this area, I shouldn't describe it because we haven't described it yet. So that area is just really, it's a forest almost.
Okay.
It looks really lovely. I mean, it looks like everyone's sort of jealous of it because it just looks lush and green and
Super green.
habitable. Super green.
It's green.
Yes. That's it.
Nice. Go ahead, Amy. Your turn.
Red.
I draw a card.
At the start of
That's
turn,
a
you draw a card.
Red, yeah. Are we having the booze?
Thanks to your class, you have an unusual follower of some kind, such as the loyal minion, a familiar, an animal companion, or the like. What is it? Add it as a person or a line to your journal. I think I have to have a squire.
Amazing.
Someone has to help you put on that armor.
It's true.
Sunglasses.
There's a lot of buckles.
I'm assuming it's a blind squire.
Oh, that's good.
Otherwise,
It didn't start out blind.
What's his name?
I want to say
Ned?
Podrick, but that's just because.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ned.
Ned. Okay, yeah, so
Ned. Of course, it's
Ned.
a squire. Can't be a paladin or
No.
a priest.
It's called
if he's
Ned.
my blind squire.
I hope there's no like Ned watching us. Like Ned, guys.
I'm sorry, Ned.
Sorry, Ned.
Now all dice get reduced by 1.
Apparently I can't find the tune.
And now you choose an action.
I'm going to add a thread because there are going to be, since we're heading from the Trilands, right?
You're right upside down.
I am. So there are rocky spires that we have to pass through.
That sounds like it increases the quest by 1.
I think it
The
does.
difficulty is increased. Okay.
But maybe we can lose the Windsors among the spires.
Interesting
Oh,
thought.
nice.
That was your turn.
Yeah.
Good for you, Amy. That was an excellent turn.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Short and concise, and that's it. My turn. While traveling, you're put in danger by a natural hazard. What is it? And does anyone in the party has an item or ability that can help you overcome it? Add the ability of the item or take 1 harm. Well, totally adding the ability. Yes, while traveling, we're put by natural hazard. The spires are there, but the storms are getting worse because of the storm winds. We are hit by the wild storm. As we go through the spires, and our ship goes like this, and it goes like this, and we almost crash. Eventually, we even do crash just a bit to the side and get anchored for a few moments while various evil things. What sort of animals or beasts?
Octopus.
Not octopus. Squids. Not squids.
Krakens.
No,
Sharks.
nothing.
Sharks.
No.
Half shark, half monkey.
What sort of what sort of monster? are you
Okay,
looking for?
we need fish. Okay, I need something like
Dragons.
Not something flying, something.
Vultures.
Yeah, vulture something.
Harpies is classy, right?
Ah, yeah.
I
puppies.
need vulture harpies. Why vulture? I'm going to draw vulture harpies around here because there are apparently some.
Oh no, I'm betting they're like drawn to my head because they think it's like a.
That's an interesting point. It might actually be the thing.
Yeah.
That's
And
probably
it's
one of the
shiny
things
as
that's
well.
drawing.
Shiny, yeah.
And I save us by being
Smelly.
no repulsive to water. And the only one that can go down and help fix the leak in the ship. And while you guys fight the vulture harpies up top, and I'm adding the ability water repulsive.
So it's not that you run away from water; it's that water runs away from you.
Both. Both.
So if somebody like put you in a bath,
Yes.
would also water just like go out?
Or it would be, I think it would be hard to push me into the bath actually.
Oh,
Because it's a matter of
like-
mass.
like
It's a matter of
a-
mass, yes.
That's cool.
There's a lot of water.
And the water
I'm not
is-
adding the ability repulsive to water because I already have the journal cursed never to touch water. I think it's the same thing. Instead, I add the ability carpenter because apparently I know what I'm doing. Yes, that no one of you expected that of me because I'm having scoundrel, but apparently you should be less
You're a
racist.
pretty good boat builder.
That's what.
Once more, you have boat building ability
Good point. I have in another.
Alright.
in the frame.
Yes, friend, yes. This is reduced by 1, and I will add a quest. My quest is something that my character wants. I obviously want to remove the curse. My quest then shall be. What's the name of your god? The wind god? Godwin, wind god? If it's Godwin, it's amazing.
Good wind.
Godwin?
It's
Is-
Godwin.
Yes.
Has to be now.
So your god name is Godwin.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I am one who never goes against Godwin's law, and I will therefore.
I saw that one coming.
Yes.
It's
Still
so
is.
surprising.
Therefore, I will still thinking about how to get Nazis in here, and
Yeah, of course.
therefore I will try to. How do you say Olela Regel?
Like a pilgrim.
Pilgrimage.
Take a pilgrimage.
It's a pilgrimage. It's taking a pilgrimage to the Windward Temple to try and clean
This one?
Yes. I've never been
Or
there.
too late now.
Yeah,
We
we
can,
just left.
we can make our way back. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, sorry.
I agree. Take the pilgrimage to the place where the wind, when Godwin was first, the Godwin, first ascended.
First sighting.
The ascended. When he ascended, the first person to ever see the sea on the continent. Good guys, thank you guys. There's a pilgrimage here in the Shallows. It's a place. Yes, it's like the beach, part of the beach that's called the Shallows, and there's a small shrine there kept by friends. It's very easy. They really like people to come there and say hello. So it'll be like the easiest. To plead, I want to plead, God,
please.
and remove the curse for me. That's it.
That makes sense. If anyone wants, there's Coke and Sprite and
Cider.
cider. Not you guys, I'm sorry, but
Yeah. Fruity cider.
yes.
You guys are really good hosts.
Darcy?
You heard it here first.
But don't come.
Please. Darcy, your turn.
You've always dreamt of one day seeing a legendary place. What is it? Mark it outside of the starting area.
Oh.
Ooh.
Or you yourself or an item you own are originally from far away. Like that works. Where from? Mark it outside of the starting area. Add a line to your journal if you want. Okay, so definitely 2 because it makes sense. How does that work?
This is outside of the starting area. The next page, the second
To split
page.
into 2.
No, not yet. We haven't arrived at the park yet. It's just outside of the starting area. So wherever, somewhere there you came from, mark it something, whatever you want.
Okay, so we're from Atlantia, which looks like this because it's underwater. Do I need to explain anything about it, or
Yeah.
just
But I would write Atlantia just to remember the name.
It's an underwater city, country,
land,
state,
something.
whatever.
I think so. I think kingdom probably.
Kingdom.
Okay, sure.
And the journal entry. What would it be? Would it be homesick for Atlantia or?
It can be, but it can be something like adding a detail about maybe how you were caught, by who you were caught, what were you when you were there. Like, I'm the lost prince of
Okay.
Atlantia.
How about secretly sent as a diplomat or as a spy? Secretly
Sure.
sent as a spy.
Sure. Secretly a spy. Sure.
Okay.
That works.
Yeah, that's good to know.
I mean, you're not a very good spy if you look like an octopus.
That's true. Maybe
Yeah, but
it's
like, if she comes, I mean, if it comes, it's kind of like it's been captured and it's like a gladiator or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But
That's good.
all the while,
I
it's
think-
gathering secrets.
maybe we want to find out what's going on with the storm and it's threatening our kingdom as well. So they sent you to sort of both be a diplomat and a spy as required.
Gather information.
And you're a
find
fighter. And you're a fighter.
Yes.
Okay.
Reduce everything by 1.
Oh, so close.
And take an action.
So I think I'll add the thread to this interesting island. I think the reason that it's not actually the main inhabited island is that unfortunately it's inhabited by huge mosquito women. That
Mosquito women.
they really enjoy the lush tropical area, so they
That
tend
makes
to
sense.
Whoa,
to eat.
yes.
So they almost make it into like swamps and marshes instead of like.
I think so. I mean, I guess the main problem is that anyone who goes up there who's sort of warm-blooded, they will eat.
Okay, that makes sense.
Are they mosquito women like harpies, kind of? They have.
I think like
mosquito.
half, like left mosquito, but
They're right sizes as well.
they kind of like jump from it. And they run from it.
There's a reason there's a rule against adding suggestions from the crowd. Just suck. Yes.
Like mosquito women.
What's up, Anaphylli?
Whatever.
Wow.
It's like,
Anaphylli.
I think that's the official name for mosquitoes, and just because it sounds like something frightening. Maybe.
Anaphylli.
Anaphylli.
Sure.
That's a cool word.
Yeah.
It's about mosquito woman, so it's obvious.
Oh, I think the drawing is obvious. The drawing makes it obvious.
You think if you like get near the island, like start hearing like this
Hum, yeah.
like all around the island.
They're all really hungry and waiting for
Yes.
Hum.
Viv,
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay. While the party rests and resupplies at a settlement, an unknown enemy attempts to harm you using a third party so as not to reveal themselves. How do you discover they're the ones behind it? Or, while the party are on the road, they witness obvious signs of devastation brought about by the agents of an unknown enemy. What seems to have happened here? I quite like the unknown enemy. Does it have to be unknown? We can't use the Windsors because they are known.
No, I think you can. I don't care.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. Okay. Okay. So we are at settlement. So I assume we've arrived on the shore of the continent.
It seems likely we are going to move both of these quests. I think in a moment.
Oh, so
Certainly, yeah.
we've arrived. Okay.
I think in a moment you're going to introduce us.
Unless our encounter pushed that back. I mean, you.
Possible. Or
No,
we
no,
can.
it's fine. Well, I mean, we've arrived at the university. I think that counts as a settlement.
Yes.
Maybe it's like a settlement also near that shrine. Like-
Whatever Viv says.
Yeah, that's
We'll
it.
start with the university because that was our first quest.
Your
and
fault.
we don't care about yours.
Oh.
Is it yoga?
I think I do a bit. It would be nice to.
Yes, we do care about that. It is, my God. But we'll start with the university.
Of course.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've arrived at the little town around the university, like in Oxford, Cambridge kind of thing, and we're sitting down at the local pub, and
It's called Morningham.
the Morningham Arms, probably.
Yeah.
And a bar fight starts happening. Yes, and we're
My vows prevent me from joining in.
Ned!
I did kind of just. I think you're standing in the right place to blind people who come to attack us.
Yes,
Didn't even
not
notice.
actually interfering.
That's fine. The god is fine with that. It seems that a lot of the attacks are about us for some reason. We're not sure why, because we're new here. We didn't do anything to anyone.
It's our accent.
Must be. All
Or the
your
fact that we have
tentacles,
like
yeah.
an 8
That's
spine.
Um,
Sorry.
And after everything kind of settles down and the owners kick out everyone who was being too violent, obviously not us, because... and we do find a dagger sticking into one of the tables, and at the hilt bears the mark of the Windsors, which is just basically this mark.
It's like in Hearthstone.
On the numbers.
Yes.
It's like the same mark as Hearthstone.
It's the other way around though.
It's the other one around. Yes. Do you have the item then? Do you edit as item?
Add a person and a line to a journal if you want.
Mm-hmm.
The bold refers to both of them?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Okay, I'm going to add a person. Okay, so one of the attackers was lost consciousness, probably blinded by your majesty or whatever. And we sort of took them as prisoners with us.
Sure.
To kind of interrogate, maybe get some information about the Windsors. And he's not telling us his name.
Prisoner.
Her name, actually. It was hard to tell at first because the Windsors all have the same haircut and everything. But she's a Windsor. Windsor prisoner.
Do they get the haircut when they join the Windsor, or the Windsor only
Shoes.
We may never know.
It's a question. It's not a question.
I think that should be our interrogation line.
Yes.
That's what we need to know. Yes.
What is the Windsor haircut? I feel like it's a
Raven.
really awkward bob.
Yes.
Perfect, and no eyebrows.
Generally a
No, they tried, but it just...
But it didn't work. So
Yes. And the journal entry is... I managed to hit someone in a bar fight.
Oh yeah, you're not right.
Yes. Okay, and now we reduce everything.
Yes.
Everything's over. Yes.
Well, let's start
with this
one by one. Yes. This is-
University.
You're the one that started it. How does it end?
I think it went well. I mean, we found the guy, and we gathered some of the documents. I mean, they were told that we were going to come, like, there's this party that's going to come over and get information about the storm, whatever. And yeah, I mean, I think we succeeded. I think if we can add an item, then
You can add any quality you want.
so I would add like items which is research into the storm,
Go for
like the eye of the storm. How's it called?
Storm winds.
Of course. Okay, so it's research notes essentially. Research notes into storm winds. Yeah.
Mine ends as well. And the is there a thing with blindness in the Godwin, or is just your thing?
Are you
That's a
guys
different-
following the same
It's a
God?
different thing, right? Okay. That's
What's
fine.
your God? What's that?
I don't know, but I'm a member of the Sunlit Order. So I think
Yes.
I've got like a sun god kind of
So we have
Um,
sun
head
wind.
person.
Then I think that the main
Did we succeed?
priest, yes, we succeeded in a way. They welcomed me, and I came on a pilgrimage and took like 2 days of fasting or whatever they needed me to do. or probably standing before the winds on the edge of a cliff for half a day. And the leader of the place, who's part of the secret order, not secret, but one of the higher order, probably something that you'll want one day to be part of, in the Windward Temple, the SS. They are. It stands for
Storm winds.
Swishing storms.
Swishing storms. No, I can't think of anything. I thought about it for like the entire round, but I didn't find anything.
Supreme storm winds.
Let's just go with not the SS. Yes, instead something else. She was very kind, and she said that everything was right, and I got a message through her that I must fulfill a role, and my curse is in fact a blessing, a part of a prophecy. And I said, because I don't at all agree with any of that, and I think that sucks, and I'm taking...
so why did you do it? Oh, you just hoped that they would remove
I
the
thought
curse.
they would remove the curse, but I said, no, it's supposed to be with the curse. I'm saying,
That's classic Godwin.
yes, yes. And instead, I'm taking as a person the thing that I was thinking about from before and never got to do it. What's the name of the elder in a halfling tribe?
Like the official name or a personal name?
Both.
Is it chieftain?
No, I think he's hat-bound. He's bound by hats.
Head. Oh, head.
Head,
Like
yes.
Bowler?
Is it? It's like the one that has.
Headbound Bowler.
That raises a similar question. I mean, do they choose the guy with the best heads? Do they get the best heads?
Well, I Headbound Bowler, which is not of my type specifically, but he does have a majestic mansion or something of the like, in which have a majestic treasure or the like that I was quite sure can help me, but I didn't want to go out and steal it, but now I understand I have no choice.
Is it a swimming cap?
It's probably a swimming cap. That was the end of that. Aviv, it's still your turn.
Yes.
You
so,
do your action.
Yes, I'm going to start a quest.
It's a shower cap. Sorry.
I heard shark cap, so I thought it was like this, which is also kind of brilliant. Okay,
I want
so
that.
when you were doing your thing with the priests in the shallows, I was also talking to one of the priests, and I kind of mentioned that maybe I've heard about this thing called the Orb of Winds, and I was wondering what would happen if it were to disappear from a certain temple, just
Into the backpack or something.
hypothetically, yes. And it turns out that this thing should not be away from a temple for very long, because, and I think we felt it as we sailed through, it kind of harnesses the storm. There are several of them around in various
And you
Windward temples,
unbalanced.
and I kind of unbalanced, and the storm is getting a bit wilder. So I need to go back to the Windward temple and put it back there. And I think it's going to be quite
Don't have to
complicated.
sneak inside.
Yeah, I'm going to have to be sneaky. Now, I do have a brother there, who I
Yes.
hope is on my side, but
Yes.
it's still going to be tricky.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird because it needs to be like quick, but it's hard.
Yes.
So is it still like 5?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Time is wine.
Time, space. Want to do another round?
It's just your turn. Yeah. It's
Okay.
You just okay.
Card.
That's cool.
Right. Thank you. You get a clue pointing at some great treasure. Or you get a clue pointing to a matter of some personal importance. Nothing is important to me. Let the person or a line to your journal and start a new quest. Treasure. Orbs. Orbs of obviousness. Treasure.
Treasure. When In doubt, go to something your character would want.
Treasure.
So a wand.
Your
obviously.
one.
A wand. So I was told that there was a trader ship coming into the Tridents. Is it called the Tridents?
Yes.
Sure.
It's your fault.
You called it that, right?
It was your turn.
It was a trader ship with like a lot of items or whatever, and it was. I mean, it crashed during a storm, whatever. Maybe someone removed some orb controlling winds, and that caused a storm. Who knows? I don't know. It was kind of like marked off as just having just a lot of items lost at sea. That's fine. But I've heard a rumor that was a magical wand as part of that shipment. It was supposed to be delivered to
Your
a
mother.
wizard place, my mother. Yeah, that's the wizard university. That's how it's called. My mother. And it's off the shores here.
That add like a small crashed ship. For the crashed ship, though.
Sure.
Yeah, it's crashed. And a ship. No, that's half a ship. Because it's crashed.
Yes, it is
I know so much more now.
Yes.
Wait, it's off the shore, so you need to like...
It's off the shore. We need to actually sail there and dive or whatever.
Oh,
or
good for you.
throw like a halfling and push off the other side. So maybe even 6.
Sure.
Because it's a
Exactly.
massive.
Yes, yes. I might even consider suggesting adding, with your action now, coming in a moment, another quest to get a diving bell or something. As a quest before that, to make this easier or plausible.
And the person online to your journal.
Yes.
Um,
May I suggest Elbrecht Davinsheimer?
okay. Who is that?
I don't know, just a name.
Okay.
Said a person, maybe just a name.
I mean, so what are journal entries used for? Because it kind of sounds like it's really just keeping track.
Yes, everything is actually just for keeping track.
Yeah, but you
That's-
could use like
that's-
abilities, items, and people as well.
But you can also use the fact that you will be betrayed by the Duke, for example, to say something about you, or that you're destined to carry the forever sign
Oh,
to say
okay,
something
okay.
about you.
Okay, so journal.
Destined to carry the forever sign.
So the journal entries is just that I got.
You have good ears.
Maybe I'm the last person who knows the location of that ship.
Sure.
Because whoever gave it to me just died. He's like a wizard, and he
Sure.
told me about it.
Accidentally just died right after.
The moment I finished my spell, he expired.
I couldn't have known that fire moves like that on people.
On the continent,
No,
the people of the continent.
Learn something new every day.
Sure, as we say. All things get reduced by 1.
Including the new one that just...
Everything.
Everything.
And then you do the thing. What's your thing that you do? What's your action?
I wanna sit at the campfire
Oh.
before we go out to sea again because we don't have the campfire on the ship.
Think, walk on my halfling voice.
So I've got all of these research notes that we were sent out. Can I like just decide what those notes are?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're a wizard.
They say that we are all going to die. You can do whatever, sure. Everything. Anything.
So they give us some hints about the storm, and they talk about some orbs that control the storm. I'm not really sure if anyone knows anything about it. Anyone? No? Maybe someone who works at the gut.
Wait, are you saying we can maybe gain control of the storm?
We could either get control of it, we can maybe
That's
Stop it.
stop it. Why stop the good thing going on? We all depend on the storm. This is like what everyone.
The storm makes it fearfully dangerous for traders to ply these waters.
But the
We're
eye
ending the
eyes of the storm.
I'm pointing at all the crashed ships on the beach.
But that's only
You see people screaming.
That's only recently.
We just need to get things back to the way they were.
It all started only like a few weeks ago, just
So
before.
maybe we just need to go back to the temple and talk to the god personally and maybe return some things we may or may not have accidentally taken.
Also, I think it's blasphemous.
Blasphemous.
Yes, stop the storm. I mean, it's not Bible, but isn't like a big thing for you guys?
Well, we're not going to stop this storm ourselves. We're going to...
I mean, the research suggests that we could.
Okay, but it's wizard research.
Well, actually. It's based on science. We're not talking to the wind.
Okay, but science was created by the gods. I mean, you
Oh,
were
my child.
I concur with the magus that if there is a way to stop the storm, we ought to do so.
I concur with myself as well. We wizards can concur ourselves.
Okay, well, I think if we're trying to stop any storm or do anything to the storm, I think we at least need to also check in with the southern temple of the winds. On South
It
Wind
looks like a
Island.
licorice all sort.
Because we're not going to do things without getting, well, the blessing of the gods.
May I suggest an alcohol?
Big dogs! Oh,
With all due respect to the primitive jumpy person over there. Our civilization has been here centuries before your own, and we have had our share of storms. We've controlled them fine until you got here.
You're a fish.
We call ourselves the magnificent octopi.
Of course you do.
Perhaps, if you give us your orbs and we take them back to our elders, we may be able to once the storm altogether, if I may suggest a different and more proper solution to your problems.
Well, no. I'm going to say no. No on the giving our orbs to people from
I'm against it as well. I mean, if we can have the orbs, we can have the power instead of I can. If someone here can have the power, and I don't think
While I
it
would
should be
certainly
your.
trust everyone around this fire, I would
Would you?
not necessarily trust your people.
It's a fire on a ship.
That is where our discontents and conflicts begin. It's silence.
says the Windsor prisoner. That's
Do we have a couple of minutes? Do we want to see if she has anything to add? Yeah. So, what is your name? So we don't call you prisoner.
I am a Windsor. We have no names. It's Bethany.
So why were you sent after us? Bethany no name.
I will say nothing. The storm lives. It lives with me. If you try to kill it, you have to.
You have a really interesting hairstyle. Yeah. Shame you anything happened to it.
Wouldn't.
Wouldn't
I will say nothing of our plans to destroy the orbs.
Interesting. You want to destroy the orbs, you say? No, you didn't say
I didn't
that.
say that. I wanted to be written down that I did not say that. Specifically.
Written down. Okay, I'm putting a journal entry that
That was the best 3 minutes so far. If any of you guys need, have a desire to add anything, depending on what just happened, do so.
Can I add something that's probably the result of what happened here?
What?
I think when we need to go back to our quarters, I received a telepathic communication from Atlantia.
Of course you do.
Saying from the government, explaining that unfortunately there's now a rogue faction of magnificent octopi that have joined forces with the Windsors and actually plan apparently to attack in the south because they've heard about the orbs now and they think it's a wonderful idea to just destroy them and destroy humanity, which has been troublesome. The government is not interested in that though, so now my job is to prevent this attack.
So you're saying that the magnificent
Octopi.
octopi join up with the Windsors?
Only a rogue faction. Not
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
See, that's the
it's you people.
Yeah.
That's what worries us, that it's going to become us people when it's really not.
And the goal is to destroy the orbs.
Yes, because not because the Windsors believe that the storm is wonderful, but because we want they want humanity to be wiped out so that we can have the seas to ourselves.
So you're saying that by destroying the orbs, it would destroy everything?
They
Everything
claim
above water,
yeah,
maybe?
the storm will just burst out and destroy all the islands
Okay,
around.
interesting. Okay,
So how do you read it?
Sent to help out.
It sounds like a person, not a journal entry.
Also sounds like
Because the person is the rogue group.
Also sounds like an ability. You have it. You can
Telepathic.
telepath.
Also, yes.
That's true.
The question is this relevant to the story? Is it a thing that is relevant? If she can only communicate with her own people back home, it's not a big thing. But if you are telepathic, that's an ability.
I think with the government, maybe we have. Maybe it's
Then I
not.
don't think it's an
We
ability.
are. It is a place outside the starting area. We are gonna go near there, so it might become.
It might, but I don't.
Okay, that's not.
It's borderline.
Rogue magnificent octopi in any case. They
That's
call
a
it.
person, yes.
Okay.
And so I'm with you guys though. We're all supposed to.
Sure you are.
So let's continue. That was your action. Go ahead.
Cool. In a local settlement, someone is looking for adventurers for a special mission. How do you learn of it? Where are you supposed to go, and what's the prize? A settlement is where do you think we are at the moment? I think we're still on the continent. Yes, we are still on the continent.
We can be in the Trilands by now.
Or there can be like a fishing village. We
It can be
add a
anything.
Fishing village.
It can be anything.
On the way.
Okay, we are going to be on Trilands, and so there's a local lord who's, in fact, he's been granted ownership of Greentop because of the mosquito woman. It's useless land. So he's looking for someone to destroy the mosquito woman and take back that land, in exchange for which he will give them a small parcel of that land.
Oh wow. Okay.
Do you start a quest for it?
Yes.
Okay.
That is what it says.
Okay. Then that's what happens.
Yes. Do you think 6 is fair? Should it be lower?
Yes. No.
Yeah. At least 6.
Yeah.
I mean, is there another option other
Yeah.
than this?
There's not, but I mean, it sounds like a massive.
Next, reduce everything by 1. And including the one that you've just added.
Yes.
And your action.
I think I will add a thread in that there is the secret headquarters of the Windsors. Is over there. And
Is it the Wend quarters?
currently it's Windsor HQ, but
Okay, that's fair. Apparently it's my turn. So, you come upon a locked and trapped chest or vault. How do you use your items or abilities to overcome it? You can add a suitable item or ability. Inside, there's a strange item of unknown purpose. What's strange about it? Add the item. We are in the Isles, the Trilands, and I have met with a clan boss, a local clan boss, by the name of, I don't care, he's not a person. And with him I am doing the reconnaissance needed in order to infiltrate the temple.
Ah.
I mean, we are on it. We are going to do that thing.
Heist.
However, I can't stop thinking about the downed ship, the crashed ship. And so, because I know this dude has all sorts of knickknacks and stuff, at one point I managed to steal from his vault and something. But let's start with how do you use your item ability to overcome it? I'm sneaky and a carpenter.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
You carpet your way in.
Yeah, you build a fake chest and you wash.
Nice.
That's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I do. I build this fake chest and
Is that the crime boss's chest?
yes.
Are you stealing from him?
Yes.
Sure.
It happens. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't judge. Don't
Yeah.
judge.
Okay.
It's another strange item of unknown purpose. It is supposed to help in some way to go underwater, but I don't know how. It's a conch shell, of course.
Nice.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Is it though? Then everything is reduced by 1. This is 4. This is 2. This is 3. Nice. And I'm adding a thread. This is unfortunate. I didn't want to write it at this moment, but I think that it
Dragons.
might be. No. No. Now that we know that the Windsor have an HQ on, I won't ask how we know it, but it's not. We're gathering information about it.
Bethany.
Yeah, Bethany
Bethany
didn't
Molly didn't want to- It's not on Greta, so it's time to admit that my ex-wife is a mosquito woman. Yes. Yes. Her name is.
Musketeera. No.
Is she a musketeer? I think she's a musketeer.
Yeah, that's
She's
her
one of
name.
the elites. Yes, one of the elites. Yes.
So what would you do? Would you still wipe them out?
Her name is Musketeer. No, we don't need to wipe them up. We're not going to
Is
wipe.
that the quest?
It might be, but it's something that the Lord said we should do. I'm not saying that we're going to do it. She's a musketeer. Well, her name is lovely, nice. They are very literate.
All their names are made up of 2 words.
Lovely,
Usually
nice.
describe them.
Yes, yes.
Is she lovely, nice though?
Yes. I was the one that separated because I get cursed probably.
And
Yes.
got really smelly and
At
that
some
was
point,
unpleasant.
something like that. Something happened. Let's not get into details. That should be it. But I'm going to say this is going to, technically speaking, increase this by 1, making it a lot harder for us if we ever want to destroy this place because of that. That's
Because
what
of
my
personal connections or because they have an army?
both.
Okay.
That's it. Your turn.
While shopping for supplies in a settlement, you're attacked by someone like a creature. What is it? What new location do you discover? While following it to its lair, add everything to the map. So we said that we're at the Trilands.
Well, probably in a settlement in Thailand somewhere. Yes.
Okay. So I think we're probably attacked by one of the rogue octopi.
Ooh.
First at the settlement. Well, where is it?
Probably we came through here, so we probably ended up right around here.
Sure.
So there's a house with a door, because that's what I know how to draw.
You and me both, sister.
And saying that it has a layer is slightly racist, but but they do live beneath the docks probably because the water is more pleasant.
Okay.
So he attacked us, and we followed it, and I apologized and tried to explain that these are rogue. Most of us are really nice fellows. It's just them.
We
they're
now
bad.
know 2 of you. And one of you is kind of good, the other one
is
tries
fine.
to attack us.
Yes.
Why, thank you, you flatter me. And we indeed find their lair. The result is that we capture one of them. The rest run away into the water, and I don't mind.
Like Pokemon monster. Like capture a prisoner of every race in the world.
Can't wait to get to the island of Mosquito.
And the flaming
So I'll add another question. I think that unfortunately he's probably the head banker of Atlantia.
What?
And he came all the way here because he has, well, he doesn't tell us, but we find out after interrogating him that actually he has some interest. He wants all the ships and all the treasure, so he hopes that after the storm they can gather everything up and put it in his bank.
That's how banks work.
I think I will start a quest in that case.
Before that, everything is get reduced by 1. And then you get your action.
So we know that the winter headquarters is over there.
Yep.
Therefore, probably they're meeting over there. So I will start a quest to intercept the magnificent octopi rogues before they get there and convince them to stop doing this nonsense.
Okay, so we know there's a meeting at some future date, and you say we need to gather before them to stop the meeting happening.
Yes.
Okay?
Does that sound reasonable?
Whatever you think is plausible.
Let's intercept them here.
What's the
This is the, it's called the Supply Island. This is where people usually
Supply Island?
Supply Land. Supplies. This is where normally people stop to supply, and probably they will as well.
That's where people usually stop listening to us.
Well, that was awesome.
Great.
This is the last heroic card. Now, usually there are only like 8 heroic cards. Here we have 10 because we're playing with 5 players, which is more than the recommended number. The game is, generally speaking, for 2 to 4 players. This makes, of course, the game longer, quite considerably. I mean, even adding 1 or 2 cards for each tier will easily add like 30 minutes to the game. Because, as you might have seen, it takes ages. Yes.
During a fight with a magical enemy, another party member injures you by accident. Who was it? I was starting.
It made one of those things with blinds.
You're just really smelly. Who was it and how did it happen? Take 1 harm. What interesting item can you harvest from the creature?
Mm-hmm.
Or find in its hoard? Oh, the magical enemy. Okay.
Let's see who gets thrown under the bus. Shall we?
Okay, can I take it back to that fight with the octopi
Sure.
people? Cool.
It seems plausible. Anything that seems plausible that happened during the last few rounds or is going to happen is totally out.
Okay, so the fight was vicious and had loads of tentacles flying around, and I must have hit you a few times by accident as well.
All tentacles look alike.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not all tentacles.
And yeah, at some point you hit me back. I think just for like self-preservation, to keep me away from you and on the other rogue octopi. So I'll take 1 harm.
So sorry.
I accept the apology from a different octopi because I can't tell you guys apart. I'm sorry. No, we'll forge this friendship and then I'll be able to,
Well, you better start because we're becoming Paragon in a moment, so time to start the forging friendships.
I think the end of this fight is kind of like you saved me from them and then, oh, you're actually our friend and they are evil bastards.
You hug and then you realize you hug the prisoner. It's awkward.
You turn toward her, then it's back to the prisoner.
And what they left as they scattered away from the docks that they
Did
were...
we kill any of them?
As you guys wish.
We took 1 prisoner, I think we killed 1 of them, the rest swam away. And the guy that we killed, he had some contraption that allowed him to breathe out of the water.
Okay.
And I think we can maybe turn that around to allow us to breathe underwater.
Just reverse the polarity.
Yes.
We can create a feedback
I
loop.
see you watch some Star Trek. You have the-
Wait, but so how do you?
I was genetically engineered because it was really important that I specifically go. I went through the whole process.
Okay,
Okay.
that happened.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
It's
That's-
a water/air breathe apparatus.
Breathing, yes. It allows breathing.
It allows
Conveyor.
breathing.
It just allows for
Conveyor,
breathing.
Yes.
breathe the nature.
Breathe the
breathe,
river.
breathe.
Yes.
Breathonator.
Yes.
Breathalyzer.
I'm happy.
Breathalyzer, yeah, breathalyzer.
Oh, I completely forgot to read the orb. Sorry.
Nice. Nice.
During Smart West, during downtime, you managed to discover or craft something thanks to the teaching of your class. What is it? My class teaches me nothing, so this is about
Okay.
And
Everything
You
reduced
craft
by
another
one.
orb.
Okay, this and I think it's the perfect time. Sorry, we managed to find our access with all the underground people, crime bosses and stuff. We managed to sneak into the temple. I have the orb. We're all being sneaky, and he's being really.
I have
She's
yeah,
being tentacly. You're being magey.
sneaky is a
You're
classic.
being.
I'm burning a lot of fire.
Actually,
Walking
you're
around.
probably guarding from outside because
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
I'm,
you
Yeah.
I'm,
You're blind.
I'm blinded by willful ignorance.
I don't know.
Is that a class ability for you?
Yes.
Plausible deniability.
Can I write that down?
But only
I
three times. Only 3 times per day. It's based on your wisdom score.
The higher wisdom you have, the fewer times you can.
Exactly. I mean, you need the negative modifier is how many times you can. Plausible deniability.
So you find the
Okay.
orb chamber.
We find the orb chamber, we sneak inside, but then a shadow appears at the door. And upon closer examination, it's me brother!
Dun,
Yes.
Brother's
And-
shadow.
My
No, it was.
the light was behind me.
Naughty.
I'll explain
It's coming later.
later.
We'll make it sure.
And it's actually a relief because he's on my side. I mean, he's my brother. So he's coming to us and he tells us that it's no problem, not to worry. We'll give him the orb and he'll put it back. He has access to the chamber and no one's going to suspect him.
That doesn't sound good at all.
You know,
I
I'm
suspect it.
suddenly
No,
do
no,
not trust
he's my
you.
brother. It's fine. He's better. Unnasty.
I think I would be more reassured if Best was here.
Yeah,
But
okay.
better
The
is
best
fine
is
as well.
actually in the
Oh, that's okay.
toilet. Yeah.
That's handy.
See how that works.
Yeah.
So yeah, we give him the orb. He lets us out sneakily again. No one has to know that anything happened here, and it's all good except as we go out.
What type
the
of
camera-
haircut does your brother have?
Yes. Yes, the camera zooms in on him as he removes his bishop's in training hat to
Is it like
reveal.
a bishop head with like L?
Yes, and it comes attached to 2 fake eyebrows, and it and then the ridiculous Windsor orb beneath, and the orb lights his face from underneath. And
Nice.
yes,
What's the quality you add therefore?
Better
Naive.
yeah,
You can rename a quality. You can add traitor brother.
Maybe
for example.
abilities.
Maybe better is the worst.
No, well, it seems I think that is changing your
Yeah.
person.
absolutely.
That's
Trace
one
a big brother.
Yes.
Although I don't know it yet.
It doesn't matter.
We know
it's
it.
a fact.
It's, okay, it's a quality. Trace
Yes.
a big brother with Windsors. It's terrible.
That's horrible.
Yes.
What's the action you are taking?
I think in addition to replacing the orb at the temple, he also told me that I should. Everything we heard about, putting the orbs where they should be is not quite right. The science is not quite there, as he said. We need to go to the other temples, collect the orbs.
Yes. Yes.
Bring them to Windward Temple because that's the hub.
The hub.
of controlling the
Is it
storm.
the hub? Is it?
Yeah, Big Brother said so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure Best will
I'm reading for like thousands of notes, specifically saying, don't do that. You need to keep the orb separated in every temple.
No, but my brother,
Look, the maps is there.
the bishop
Okay.
in training.
Oh, well,
It's fine, it's all fine,
Okay,
don't worry.
okay.
Yeah, so going to go to the,
Okay.
to the
So,
southward
how
temple.
would you name that quest? Destroy the world? Betray everyone? Kill humanity? I mean, you can decide.
We don't have to name quests.
well,
we just have to put the dice.
Okay, that's handy.
Well, it is now your turn, but we are becoming Paragon. So, nice, very good point. I see you read it. If the card you are about to draw is the first of the Paragon, stop! Everyone can now add a quality of their choice to their character sheet or rephrase their class.
Okay.
I'm adding an item, I think it's time I have something.
Is ambassador of the octopi people sort of ability or
What do you want this to mean?
that
This is
I've
your
been
class
vested
now.
with authority to speak for my people, basically.
It's your choice. It can be a class, it can be a journal entry.
Okay, it sounds like a new title.
Betrayal of everyone?
What?
I'm adding a lightning gun as an item.
Lightning gun?
Yes, I have a lightning gun.
Okay.
It's a little thing that I've bought from the university that I had someone here fix up for me.
Okay. Sounds, yeah. I bet it can control water.
Sure.
Oh, funny. I've added can control weather. Because the orb was on me for quite a while, so it kind of gave me some of its
You
qualities.
infused.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
infused with wind.
Okay. So maybe we can put you in
Full
one
of
of
wind.
it.
I need ideas. Do I ask the left or the right?
Whatever.
I need an idea. What am I changing?
What have you learned from your time as a heroic?
I don't know. I've spent an awful lot of time pretending not to help you.
Are
Maybe
you
I'm
now
a
oblivious?
doubtful. I'm a doubtful.
Doubtful. Okay.
Paladin of the
Right.
summit. Whatever.
Wait, are you
I'm
like...
racked with guilt over my not so plausible deniability.
But are you still like... Do you still believe in...
I think I still believe in the
Whatever
gods, but I'm
god.
not sure if I believe in my ability to serve my god.
Doesn't believe in herself.
Do you
Yeah.
start maybe considering another gun?
Maybe. I think I'm maybe starting to give
Consider
this-
science,
consider-
maybe.
No, I think
They
maybe
got science
I'm
now.
starting to consider the fact that what I understood hasn't worked out, and clearly we need to follow your big brother's guidance.
Yes.
Yes,
and-
I mean, it seems like the god of wind knows what he's talking about,
Yeah,
unlike
okay,
yours,
so-
I'm just saying.
I'm a little worried. I mean, I was there and he didn't seem like that much to me.
I have notes! Guys, we've researched this. Look,
I'm
the
going,
math, look,
I'm-
x plus
guys, don't
9
worry.
equals
I'm going to steal his note and everything will be fine. Place the second page next to the first. Your map is now larger. Draw a line across the second page. These are the borders of the continent or the known world or whatever. What?
Lengthwise?
I would suggest extending the Hilby Dragons
Yeah.
because it seems these are the edges of known world.
Okay.
We can only draw things in here now, not in here. Cool. That's it. I think it's your turn.
Turn. It's my turn. You are revealed to have been a doppelganger or possessed.
Oh, what?
Yep, the accent a bit. You are revealed to have been a doppelganger or possessed for the past turn or two. Now the real you is back. How is this revealed? In what recent events weren't you actually present? Change any one thing on yours or someone else's character sheet. Everyone can take one harm if they want.
Oh,
I think... Can I tie that into the quests that are now... Okay, so I think you got this... Did you get it? That device that lets you breathe underwater, whatever, and you have this like natural ability to underwatery.
It's a curse.
It's a curse. Yeah, that.
Yes.
I think both of us dive together because I'm interested in the wand and you're interested in everything else.
I have the conch shell, but yes, I'm going
Okay.
to use that still. Yeah.
So we both kind of like dive together, and we just like we find the wreck exactly like where my notes say it would be, and there's a lot of chests, and there's this one chest which is like glowing, and we both kind of like look at each other. And we like swim over there, and you kind of like carpent it open.
I'm a
The way you
carpenter.
do?
Yes,
Yeah.
I carpent things.
And like the wand is there, it's like glowing, it's shimmering, and I reach in, and the second I touch it, I disappear. Yes. And I reappear. I guess you guys are still on the ship.
Yes.
Above it.
Yes.
And I reappear back here, outside the temple. Actually, no, back here, where we had the fight.
Okay.
Like the octopi, magnificent octopi, whatever. I mean, I don't appear. I wake up there, sort of. So I wasn't really a part of, like, during that fight. I got replaced, and I wasn't like part of this heist that you did. I didn't go into that thing. I mean, you see the wand just like drops back. Like I pick it up, there's like a lot of bubbles coming up, and the wand just drops back, and its light kind of like subdues. So it's still glowing, but it's not as bright as it was before. Yeah, and I just wake up over there, like under one of the docks somewhere.
Then what was the thing that was with us during this?
Should I? Is it me
You
that?
don't have to answer.
Okay, it was a spy. It was like a sort of like a telepathic thing. Basically, you were all imbued with like they made you see a mirror image of myself.
Someone keep complaining about science. So easy. I should have seen through it.
Yes, so he's been with me this entire time, and he.
Did he just explode in front of my eyes when he touched the wand? Is that what happened?
I mean, yeah, it wasn't a person. It was just like an image, like a mirage.
Where does the wand go?
The one is still there. It just kind of like drops back into the chest.
I'm taking the wand. Wand.
Okay. So change any one thing on yours or someone else's character. Do you like the wand?
I have the wand.
Yeah, sure. So
That's
that,
my
is
wand.
that changing one thing on your?
No, but you can change things like because you were sneaky and so you killed her Squire. I'm just saying. I mean, something happened behind the scenes that we are only now becoming aware of, so you can change whatever you want on any character sheet. That's. Or no, that's I want to go on and give suggestions.
Okay, so I have now a voice inside my head.
Of course you do. Head voice.
I'm gonna put it as a person.
Sure.
Head voice. Head voice, do the Meister.
Related?
Nice. I
Head
talk like
voice.
this all the time.
And everybody can take one harm if they want.
Oh, yes.
I'm definitely taking one.
I'm
harm.
not taking harm.
It sounds like probably.
I got a wand.
You're not taking harm?
I don't see what I have to do with this.
Yeah.
Are you taking harm? Because I stayed with you outside of the temple when.
So just-
But did you harm her in any way that is
It wasn't
relevant?
me.
I know,
Really,
but
yeah.
is your doppelganger?
I mean, I could say it's like a mental harm because I kind of like maybe told her about
Oh,
science and
that's true. Maybe
convinced
so.
her like
I've
I planted the seed of doubt.
yeah.
Ah.
I like it. You are the one who has made me.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So, all these still go. That's ended.
Yep. I just added the wand. That can be the quality that I added.
Do you want to give it to me, or do you not want to give it to me?
You're not here.
I'm not there.
We
yet.
need to get it up again. No, I just have the wand.
Okay. You can also add another item because it was a treasure thing. So just
Yes,
search
yes,
for another
yes.
item that you want.
I think no. I'm fine.
Okay. So anyone else? Let's. Can I just decide then? I can decide then.
You can suggest to other players. Yes.
So every character can add like one item that's specifically interesting that was relevant to you that was found
Sure.
inside that thing.
Sure.
Maybe because I saw you blow up when you touched the wand, that's you're a doppelganger.
I don't think you did.
But you can just swim underwater. That's really
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you joined us, then we can just say that you.
I didn't come with you to the wand, but later on didn't
When
say
I came up, I probably say he exploded when he touched the wand.
maybe I learned some sort of technique as a result. I realized how they did it, and therefore I can also project images now.
Oh, nice. Okay, yes, it's an ability, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So I finished the quest of that shipwreck.
Yep.
Basically, every character can add like
Yeah, that's
an
something.
item.
That's something. Why not? Sure.
Cool.
So I mean, he kind of
Because
like
he found a stash of stuff.
yeah, he kind of like found everything. So he just took everything up top, so you can just.
Like, guys, there is everything.
I think I'm going to add a journal entry actually.
Except for me, because I'm not there.
Haha, that would be good.
What's your action? Rushing back to us.
Yeah, my action is coming back and.
It can be a quest, like one quest. Meeting up again
Okay,
is
sure,
like
yeah,
a
so-
quest. Or
I mean,
it
it
can
doesn't
be,
really matter, but yeah, okay.
it
so
can even be sit around the campfire and just saying, "Hey guys, I'm back." It can be what, or add a thread. "Hey guys, I'm back." It can be whatever.
it's a quest.
It's a quest.
Yeah, because I actually need to go there. That makes sense. So yeah, my quest is just kind of like going all the way there again,
And we need to maybe find. I mean, finding each other is.
I mean, we could say that you kind of like you don't understand really what's happening, so you kind of like sail back. I mean, it's pretty close by, so you sail back, and I just reach there, and we kind of like meet after, and maybe we meet up.
We assume you died after you exploded.
No,
We assumed you
I think
were replaced
Yeah, I
after.
I think she understood
Yes.
what happened.
Okay.
So
But okay.
she
That's
must have known like I'm somewhere. I'm
That's
there
fair.
somewhere.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
What's the journal?
I have not seen the lie right in front of me.
You suck, but it's your turn.
So, did you get anything?
Yeah, I got a sacrificial dagger.
Yes.
It's pretty.
That's not ominous at
No,
all.
no, no, no.
Okay.
It's just a decorative thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
While traveling overland, you discover ancient ruins that no one has seen before. What is this place? Something about them makes you think they're connected to a location you've already been to or a quest you're on. What is it? Or you discover underground passages that connect between previously hard to get places. But there's something dangerous there. What is it and how is it connected to a journal entry? I think overland is going to be better. So ancient ruins. Ooh. I think somewhere over here, very close to the edge of the storm.
Storm Edge.
There's a small island
Storm Edge Island.
with a ruined temple on it.
Temple
Storm Edge Island,
on Winds,
Temple
Dungeon.
And the stone that makes up the temple has exactly the same appearance as the orbs. And I think this is the legendary place where the orbs were formed.
Whoa.
So at least we think it may be.
I think that's on.
Is it abandoned?
So add a line to your journal and reduce or increase a quest if you want to. I think it's... I don't know. Is it?
I mean, we could say that a quest is to go there and explore it. Maybe we don't know anything about it yet. We just
Yes.
saw it through the fog or whatever.
Sure. I mean, maybe I'll add that as a quest. But I think that's going to... Is that going to increase or decrease the difficulty of trying to find the...
Maybe just take us on a detour. So we just
Yeah, I think
doesn't really add to the difficulty, but it does add to
it just
time.
takes us longer to get to there. And add a line to journal, so...
Do we need to like increase all of the quests because we doing like a detour? Do we not care about continuity and travel and no? Okay,
I
cool.
don't believe we can.
Also, we didn't say we were going there. It just says that it exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
We have
That is true.
glimpsed a piece of the past. And then for my action, I think we want to discover the nature.
Well, before the action,
Oh yes.
reduce the things.
Yes.
We meet. Yay!
Yay.
How does it end?
That's already
No,
done.
this is a new quest for us to meet after.
That's
Oh,
my
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I
What's
see
your name?
that.
Magus Complexus?
Magus Opus.
Yes, Magus Opus.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we meet again. What new quality do we gain? Oh, you gain actually, and how does it end?
Well, I tell you what happened. I mean, I don't remember what happened for the last like 2-3 days, whatever. I just know that there was a fight, and I kind of like woke up there. Did anything interesting happen?
No.
Yeah, we returned the orb.
Here's your wand.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh,
we returned
okay.
the orb. It was a really good, successful quest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Good.
You were kind of on and on about research and notes and stuff. That
And
was
I'm
kind of-
assuming you all listened to me and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Nice.
no, and we're quite glad we didn't now that we know it wasn't you.
Yeah.
Clearly we were being deceived,
It was
so
working.
we're going to do the opposite of what you said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seems like the only sensible thing to do.
Science.
Oh, it does.
We might just
Sensible.
continue.
Your action.
I am going to say that we want to find the origin of the orbs and learn more of their purpose.
Yes.
And I think that's
6.
a
It's
big
full
one.
of dangers and unknowns.
It is full of dangers and unknowns, and
Okay.
there's a good chance we'll get swept up into the storm.
And die.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe, perhaps.
I mean,
Don't-
people get swept into the storm. We never hear from them again. We don't know what happened. To them.
That's an amazing
True,
point.
yeah.
You arrive at a location to discover your reputation precedes you, but they're saying the wrong things about you. Are they saying good things or bad things? What's the source of the mistake, and how does it influence your stay? Well, we arrive at the temple. What's the name of this island?
Southward Island.
Southward Island.
Yes.
Okay, Southward Island is inhabited by halflings. And the halfling cult of the sect, actually, of the Windward Temple.
Yeah, my big brother is a halfling.
I
Your
don't
your father is a
so.
person. Your mother is a link. Okay, that makes sense. Science is
They
Yeah.
love us here because the heroic hero
Yeah.
of the places have arrived, and they were all expecting us. They give us like the best food and the best places and the best baths, and I'm not enjoying them, but you can, because they all think that you are my.
And the
Servants.
minions.
Let's go with all of this, and since I'm the profited savior, I may have said something while drunk back in the university about prophecy and stuff, and I may have confirmed everything said ever since to anyone that asked. So by the time I arrive here, this place that is devoted to the god, and they think that I'm like the best, they all think that you're probably just with me, and that's basically it.
We get food out of it.
No complaints.
Things go down by 1. This goes to 5, and this goes to 2. But then this goes to 1. No one we didn't defeat.
Yeah, no, we
Get it.
definitely did.
It was created by you. What is the result of this, if any?
Could we, like, as a result of a quest, can we?
Get unwanted qualities like wanted by the Baron, or
That's interesting. No, but could we like create another quest? Say that we didn't
No.
do it, but we
No.
It's
you need to
that's
create
it.
a quest as an action.
I think that the harpies, the mosquito women, and the Windsors have forged an alliance.
That's not the same thing. That's the
No,
you know
those
what?
are the
You can do,
occupied,
or you can have all of the alliances then.
Yeah.
Sure, okay, they have
We
an
did
alliance.
nothing.
Yeah, no, they're not
Add this as a quality. I think it's the under persons or the
Yes.
like. Darcy,
Okay,
this
so-
ended, and this was the thing that you started, and we obviously didn't do anything about that.
No,
so
we won our way. Did we miss it?
Yeah, we didn't
how
get
is it
there
on
in
our
time.
way? If we was it on our way? Did we manage to do something?
It's actually we missed it because of you. I mean, if you had said that we came here first, then it would have
But
been
you're
fine.
saying
That's
that
a
we
good
came
point.
there. So okay,
Yes,
so we just
that's a good point. Yes, I think that's why we missed it. Yes.
okay.
So we missed
no
it
problem.
because
we just missed it. Because
Someone
we-
has to be Mr. Important guy.
So we missed it. Unfortunately, they got to the Windsors, and now there's an alliance of mosquito women.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
And I think the quality
And
that I
people
will,
with bad haircuts.
and as a result, I will add the
That's
quality
judgmental.
bitter towards what's your name?
Bitter. I'm Clara.
Bitter towards Clara from my bad
I'm a person.
prioritizing.
I think that's a person.
Like, I'm a person then.
But I mean, how does that work then?
You add me as a person.
What I mean is, the result of the fact that we missed them because of your grandstanding is that I feel bitter because we missed something important.
Well, it can be a journal entry then, I think, maybe.
Okay,
It doesn't really matter.
unresolved-
I'll tell you a secret. It doesn't matter.
Unresolved issues with Clara.
Sure. So that now I take an action.
Kill Clara.
I want to sit around the campfire.
Yes.
But when I say around the campfire, I mean around the freshly roasted roast that they given us.
Like a
in
giant
this- giant
pig,
thing.
kind of like-
It's not a pig. It's a vulture pig.
Okay.
Everything in the islands apparently is vulture something. And we
We drink
start-
some vulture wine.
And I
sit
need
on
to
the
ask you
vulture
guys. I'm thinking about just retiring here for the next few months, like letting you continue and just stay here. Sorry, stay here for the next few months and just enjoy the celebrations around me. And by the time they start thinking about, wait, he's actually isn't doing anything, sneak off somewhere. I mean, I kind of need you guys to persuade me not to do that.
So actually, my government says that with the current situation and with tensions building up there, probably this whole area of humanity will survive maybe for a week or two. So if you want to spend it feasting, you're welcome to, or you can join us and maybe we can try and save the situation.
But there's one of the orbs is here, and I'm here. I'll make sure it's not stolen.
My research suggests.
It's double English again.
wait.
Double English.
What's going on? Is that how
Well,
we
we
do
don't
things now?
want
It's an
the orb
inside
to
joke
be
for the
stolen.
double
We need
meaning.
to take that orb back to the Windward Temple
Yeah.
so that we can stop the world from ending. And then you can spend an even longer time enjoying this. If you actually do something, it'll work out better for you in the long
I
run.
had no idea you had such a criminal mind. That's an excellent. I thought you were like this sort of prudish, like by the book sort of knight, but you're a lot better at this than I thought.
Yeah. My research suggests that this orb should stay here. We should not take it back because these orbs protect the world. If we move the orbs, the store will get bigger. And
Well,
it will consume all of us.
Then that's even better because if I take the orb and then they see that things are bad and then I'll bring it back and I'll say no, this is what was prophesied. They will think, oh, I'm the savior because, and then I just can stay for years probably.
Yeah. The thing is, we need to keep the orb here.
No, I don't think-
regardless of what this.
We can maybe just take it for a little. I mean, we've saw it before. We can just take it for a little while and bring it back and everything is fine.
Do you remember the battle that we had on Trident?
Yes.
Do you?
I do. The first half of it was really fun. Yeah.
You have my daily spells.
If you take the orb with you, the likes of her,
No, it is not the likes of me.
sorry,
How are humans so done with
creatures who
dirty-
look like her would
So
certainly
we're
attack
done
you.
with it now, are we?
Well, you have two options. You can stay here with the orb
No.
and get attacked.
No.
You can take the orb back and get attacked. Or you can be the attacker and gain lots of loot.
What's your name?
Money.
You call me John
Items.
Doe because you're
John Doe.
racist.
No, I think I'm with John here. That was a bit racist of the human. I think all of them are the same. Now I'm taking the orb. We're taking the orb. We'll do the thing. Yes.
But the thing is to bring it back to Atlantis, yes? When I'm really going to bring it back to...
What?
Well, no, I
No.
think we'll start by bringing it to the wall,
Yeah,
to
we'll
the
be able
wind
to take it
walls.
to the temple.
I don't
Yeah.
know, my people do not think there's any merit at all.
We
Look,
saw
look.
your people,
After-
with all
No,
due
those are
respect.
not my people. Those are the rogue faction of our people.
We only know the rogue faction of your people.
Maybe
that's
do the rogue
Well,
faction.
Again,
for
that's
people.
so racist. They have no.
Let's
at
not
all-
listen to the
they don't
criminal
trust us
here.
at all. I'm not a criminal. I'm technically
carpenter.
only sneaky. Yes. Lovable scoundrel.
Look, you'd best
Okay,
not
so-
be here if everyone's going to attack this place, they're going to turn to the hero to save them.
Yes.
You don't need that kind of responsibility.
That's why we're taking the orb. No, I'm
Yes.
convinced.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
No,
we're taking it to the wind
no,
walls.
wait.
Also, that was 3 minutes.
The research!
Yes.
The notes are here. We should not be taking this orb.
To my journey, I'm adding hero of Southward. That's the name of the island.
Yes.
Hero of Southward Island.
This is all
Yeah.
going so wrong.
Yes! It's all going wrong.
Yeah. brilliant.
That's
We
my turn.
started by talking to researchers.
That's it.
Yes, we're going the US way.
You managed to find a shortcut between two distant places by traveling through a strange outer plane. What do you see there? What allowed you to travel this way? A person with a know-how, a natural terrain space or an ancient portal, mark it on the map and add the outer plane outside of the map's border.
Should we already start like drawing things on the other side as well?
No, we can't.
Okay.
Now she can, but we generally speaking can. It's not epic yet.
So this
So
is epic.
outside.
This is epic. Here we can draw. Yeah, we can
Okay,
draw.
okay, okay.
Okay, so we're here.
Sure, why not?
Audrey, this is where we the orb is.
Yeah.
And this is where your minion worshippers are. Okay. So when you go into water right next to it, weirdly enough, there's a hole that the water doesn't go into. And when you swim into the hole, very strangely, you come out here.
I don't think we can.
Oh, she can.
That's what it says specifically. That has to be outside the water.
Ooh, okay.
This we discovered a method of traveling between two places by way of an outer plane sort of place.
Right.
And add outer plane outside of the map's border.
Yes.
There are
Two snakes.
huge people here. Really, really, really big people.
Titans, one would say.
Titans, one would
Are we
say.
being attacked?
And the one thing that I did see when I looked up,
Dumblings.
I mean, I immediately swam back because they looked horrible, is that they seem to be playing a game on a really, really big table, like this table on the Titanic bike, and it has a map of the world on it. And they keep moving things in a really, really strange way. So I swam back, and I only told you about it because you seem to be the only sane person in the group, and you can decide whether to tell everybody else. So here be giants, here be titans.
Where is the second place that you can end up?
Right over here. So boom, boom.
Yes, but the idea is that it allows you to get somewhere else
on the map.
in the world.
Here.
In the world, this is outside of the world.
But it says the outer plane outside of the map's border.
Yes, but also, this is a way
So there's three
shortcut
places?
between two locations, two distant places.
Ah, okay, so yeah, the third place.
Yes, I understood it as like between two places, like 1 and 2.
So why is
Okay.
there three? Why
Okay,
is
I'll add it to myself as a note.
yeah,
It's supposed to be between two regular places.
so what's the outside of the map?
It's the place of the in-between. I'll make it clear. It's like the most classic of tropes in fantasy literature, but I'll make it clear.
Ah, you go in a portal,
So you go into the portal through
Yes,
to
exactly.
that place, and then through a second portal into another place here.
Exactly.
Okay, I see. So this is one portal then, that's another portal, because I did do two. And then the third portal, funnily enough, will bring us right under the Winds of Headquarters, which is quite useful if we need it.
Ooh.
Okay.
So in that case, since we found this,
All quests get reduced by 1.
I think it's time to add a quest. I think it's probably a 5. We need to attack and stop this before things get out of hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. After practicing your class for so long, you specialize in a specific aspect of it. What aspect of your class do you choose to emphasize and why?
Not with it inside.
Add a new descriptor to your class. I think, I feel like at this point
Divine
no
guidance.
one has... Sorry, divine?
Divine guidance.
Yes, more than that. I mean, I know I was an acolyte, but I feel like I've skipped the priest stage,
course.
and I'm kind of a
God.
messenger for the gods.
An orbiter,
And whoa, an orbiter, a wingwood orbiter.
because she knows more about orbs than most others in her.
Yes.
I mean, by now.
And I used them to arbitrate between party. Never mind. Okay, great. New descriptor. It goes really nicely with all my amazing storm powers.
Nice.
Okay. So the temple was actually a perfect place to ascend. Yes, no one knows about it. I told my brother, but he just dismissed it like.
Wait, is he there as well? Did he come with us?
No, that's best.
Oh, it's best. Oh right, best is nothing. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's not really a halfling. He's human. he's
Really
trying
short.
really trying to manage
Just-
the other people. Never mind.
So, you have the orb.
I do have the orb.
Then write down the orb. It's an item.
Yes.
Yes.
So
It's a party.
They
What-
don't know that we have the orb, by
what
the
did
way.
Best say? I mean, you stole it?
Well,
No, it just
Well,
kind of
stole is a
appeared
very
to
harsh
my
word.
back. Kind of like the first orb,
Accidentally.
accidentally stolen. And I think I meant to have them.
yes. By now, I think it's quite clear you're
Yeah.
meant to have them.
Exactly.
I see. Okay, well, if you're meant to have them.
All good. The other
no,
ones were
nothing's-
reduced now. So that's now 3 and that's 4. Great. And that's the quest you started to go fight
Yes.
these guys. Okay. And this is the alliance of the octopi. And
Yeah, they already got here because
Oh,
we
they
didn't
all-
stop that.
What's the name of this place again?
Supplies!
It's like it's supplies item.
Right, of course.
You can maybe add like a new
A new thing, right.
a new orb. Because I said.
Oh, yes,
I
we
think
don't
said,
know.
we said we had like 4 or whatever.
There are more than 2, and
Yeah,
we only know
it's just
2.
Yeah.
Should be
Yes.
something over there.
Okay. Yeah, actually, the orb itself, once I hold it in my hand, is informing me in my mind of the dragon wind.
Of
island.
course.
So you're seeing things now as well.
I'm knowing things.
All right. Okay.
It's
No,
a
no,
god
no.
thing. You wouldn't
No,
understand.
no, it's like nothing without information. I see.
Yeah, and it's a 5 to get there because people are talking about dragons, although no one's ever seen them.
That's fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
You find yourselves in conflict with a person of importance. Why? You're not of importance. Are you working against the wishes or efforts? Or you receive unexpected praise from a person of importance for something you didn't actually do. What was it and why did they think it was you? Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So I get a message from the headmaster wizard. He sent a raven. That's how we
That's
communicate.
it on your hand.
You can like summon. It becomes like an ethereal raven and just flies out. And it
And
comes
then
in.
wait, and then you remain only with very short hair
And the
and
nest.
no eyebrows.
No, still have eyebrows.
Okay.
But the hair just becomes like a kind of like just this weird stupid hair.
That's so good.
But now that I do have my hair, and the headmaster's wizard's raven came, so they kind of like talks to my raven as well, so they talk to each other.
That also
And
keeps it in
nesting
code.
together.
Yeah, that's good, and it transforms it into my mind. Yes, that's science, but
Your mind.
yes, we call them scientific ravens.
Yeah. Crows before a hose.
Continue.
A murder of a week.
Yes. So he basically praises me for
Withholding science.
no, he
Upholding
knows.
science.
Yeah, he praised me for like fighting off all the magnificent octopi over there, and for recovering the lost treasure, which I did nothing of the sorts.
Nope.
And why did they think it was you? Because
I told everyone it was you.
no, but because it was a
We all thought it
doppelganger.
was.
That's
Yeah.
a good point as well, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have like a magical way of knowing it. Just he hears, and he has like messengers, like
Ravens.
birds and ravens that kind of see whatever.
Vultures.
And,
Vulture
vulture
people.
ravens and vulture birds. Of course.
What about it?
Report back.
Mhm.
And I correct him. I send a message back.
Wow.
I tell him I thank him for the praise, but it wasn't me. And I also
It was one on.
alert him to certain people who oppose science
Who?
and wish to harm the world
Oh, who?
using orbs and ridiculous haircuts.
Oh, not me. Okay.
They have siblings named Best, Better, and Meh. No, Meh is your mother.
Meh is your mother.
Sorry.
It might be the father. We're
Yeah,
not
we
sure.
don't know.
We don't.
So yeah, I mean, he's somewhere around here, like in the university or whatever, because he's like the smartest man alive and he uses science and yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
So I let him know that things aren't really going according to plan, and thank you for the notes, but we're not really using them apparently because gods. Yeah.
Hashtag gods.
Hashtag gods. Yeah. And I implore him to do something about it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Add or change a person and or line to your journal.
Angry wizard headmaster.
No, but I wanna.
Called for the headmaster's help.
Yeah, okay, that's a good journal entry. Yeah. And I want to make the headmaster wizard more involved, like politically involved in what's going on.
Okay. Is he a person of yours?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not sure how I would phrase that.
You can rephrase him to politically involved headmaster.
What does he have that he can use?
Wizards. I mean, he can send. He's kind of big thing in the wizard.
Maybe you also have the headmaster wizard's army.
Armies might be a strong word, but maybe
Not
you
army,
can
but
add
he
things
can-
like
He has
emissary
agents.
or
Yeah. Okay.
then someone specific for the persons.
Okay.
Agent Clara. That's me.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Everything gets down by one.
Down, 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 down. It's really hard to find numbers.
Yeah.
And now you take an action.
Like,
Pay an agent.
Yes.
It needs to be as a team, as a party. I want to go here.
But we already have a question going down.
Yeah.
could
You
be
can add a
different
thread.
words.
You can add a thread that makes it easier, for example, and then it will finish up quicker. Or you can add yeah, whatever. What do you want to do? It.
This is a quest to explore the origin of the obstacle.
Okay, so I want to add a thread. Does a thread have to be something on the map?
No, but it usually becomes one.
Okay.
You
So
can-
I mean, I can just like maybe put sort of like it's currents really. Something in my notes, basically after like giving you all the evidence and everything, and you just ignoring it. I just continued reading into like the more boring stuff, basically all like the history of sea currents and winds and temperatures for the last like 100 of years, whatever. And I've noticed something about how like this.
A pattern.
Climate change.
Global storming.
There's like
But is it
currents
man-made global
from
storming?
currents from all of these places, like where the orbs are kind of directed towards the storm, and this place here. And I first
That was
we
a
can
voice.
we can harness this to make it quicker to get there because we can ride those currents.
Oh, okay.
And second, we can use the evidence to actually fix the world and not be idiots.
That's
But,
not.
that's just it's in the notes.
Amy.
Does that
Can
not?
I
I think that
Can I
reduces
reduce that to one?
It sounds plausible.
Yep.
Yes, It is one.
Is it though?
Yes.
Someone you've antagonized manages to get your party thrown into jail. Did they manage to make you actually do something wrong, or were you framed? Did you escape, or were you released? Or you're ambushed by some familiar adversaries. Do you manage to barely escape with your lives, turn the tables on them, or avoid the ambush altogether? Change a person and or ability, and add 1 harm. I think I'm going for the latter.
Yeah.
And we're definitely going to have the Windsors who are preventing us. In fact, they've laid an ambush at the temple. They have been waiting for us.
Do we have the orb with us?
Yes.
This one.
Yes. What about the second one? Do we put it back?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
So what are we doing?
We didn't put it back. We gave it to
We
the mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
According to what my brother said, we need to collect all the orbs and bring them to the Windward Temple. So the first one is there already.
Or we don't
No,
know.
we-
He did it with.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
done
but
something
according
else.
to what we think, the first one is there.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Best.
I think
Walking
we we barely managed to escape with our lives. We do manage to drive them back, and they either run away or are killed. But we kind of only barely managed to do so, and I think we're going to sort of find out exactly why they've been trying to prevent us from here. And I feel like I've gained some resolve as a result of this. I'm gonna remove doubtful
Okay.
from my thing, and I'm going to. So I'm going to add a journal entry, but I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this.
What is it about?
It is, I will thwart the agents of the storm.
So this was in this temple?
No,
this
it was- yeah.
Oh,
in the
okay.
ancient temple.
And now we also finish this quest, and you
Yes.
get to say how it got.
I
What
also
about
get another
prisoner,
harm.
by the way? When's the prisoner that we had? Does she tie into this?
Oh, that's a good point. I think maybe she escapes.
She gets back with her people.
Yeah, I think she runs off with them. So
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Escaped.
So in the temple, we're kind of going through this sort of ancient stone thing, and there's all these sort of engravings showing the creation of these artifacts, because there was some ancient demon that created this storm, and this temple was placed to hold back the storm, and these orbs were cast across to the 4 temples to protect against the storm. And it becomes very clear that this was put in place by the founders of Godwin's church, and
Hitler.
no,
Are you sure?
Himmler. No.
Clown.
Martha. And so I think we realize that we have been deceived by.
Yes, I think this is quite convincing.
Yeah,
I mean, science was.
Science didn't convince us.
No,
that this
but
temple
ancient murals on the walls.
convinced us that we were wrong.
I'm sorry.
I'll take it.
You should add drawings to research and be a lot more convincing.
But
I'm sending Raven to the headmaster.
that's why he's called a headmaster.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Okay.
it's clear
Okay.
from this that we should keep the orbs.
We have
as
to
the
keep
four
the orbs.
separate
What's
things.
your thing that you are doing as an action?
That's a good question. What am I doing as an action? I guess I'm going to start a quest that we need to return that orb.
Oh, I completely disagree about that. But it's my turn, so
Yes,
I'll
so you
explain.
can-
I'll explain as my turn goes on. A quest ends early. Finish a quest. End in a magnificent fashion. A local personality wants to honor your party with a celebration. Each of you gains a weapon or a piece of equipment forged especially for your requirements.
Ooh.
What do you all gain as the items? Well, I think that an ancient tribe of Watcher, the original Halflings, live on this island. Have been living here for thousands of years, and they escaped into their little hidey holes and underground lairs when the what's the name of the evil people?
Windsors?
Them came here, and now they are, yes, I'm aware, and now they are returning to the thing, and they are, it doesn't have to do with anything with finishing a quest. Okay, much better then. We return, oh, this is the best, I'm amazing. Okay, so, we return here.
Yeah.
Yay! With a celebration, and they love us. The halflings, again halflings, that's the important thing. And we each gain a weapon or a piece of equipment and return the orb to its place. And
Oh, look what we found!
Yes, no, returned it back, and it's the best, and everything is lovely. What items do we gain?
An 8-handed sword.
Sure.
Of course.
That's
Yes.
also going to be very difficult to wield.
But that's what we fighters are here for. Yeah.
I get a kind of a jetpack that uses my natural floatiness,
Flotation.
hoveringity, and just allows me to actually fly for several seconds.
Okay. What do you guys get? Something crafted especially for you or the like. Or maybe an ancient gift of halflings or of the temple or something like
I
that.
don't want anything from halflings.
Well,
I get a set of glasses that, when worn by others, convince them of the truthness of the words that they're reading.
so mind washing.
Well, it's not mind washing.
Well,
It's truth beholding.
Brain scrambling.
That's
What is truth?
What is it?
what's written here.
What do you get?
I'm getting the Shield of Blinding Light, which I can use to blind my enemies in combat.
That's very fair.
Goes very nicely with your armor.
I refuse.
Once per short rest.
I refuse to get anything at all. And I say I have everything I need. In fact, here have this conch shell. Let it remain here inside the temple. Can you please just craft some sort of something to hold the conch shell? It's very important to me. It's something significant for me that I just want to keep here. Yes, thank you.
What?
And I add a thread. You remove your orb, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm adding a thread. The conch shell is, as we said, I'm not completely sure how it was supposed to help me breathe underwater. Apparently, it does so by allowing me to breathe like a fish while holding it, but not exactly a fish.
Vulture
Actually,
fish.
No, close. Octopus fish. It's actually a conch. It's an octopus fish. It's actually a conch of octopusification that makes you an octopus.
It has
Just a little
consciousness.
It's a consciousness. Yes, it's holding itself inside a conch.
We have heard of such things.
You don't know about it. You don't know about it. Yes, I think it's probably made from like the skull of a dead octopus or something. It's not really a conch, it's just shaped like one because it's chipped for the skull. And it casts an illusion.
Oh no, you're taking the orb.
Yes, an illusion of the orb. And I have the orb.
Oh, God.
I don't want to replace it because I am, unlike you, sure that the Windsors are going to go after it if we don't have it ourselves. We need to gather them to keep them away from the Windsors. So
But you saw the drawings that said that
that's
you could take
convinced
them.
me. That convinced me that we should make sure that the thing about them being in different places, that's bullshit. The important thing is not bringing them back to that temple, which I'm thinking is what the Windsors are going to do. So it's really important they don't have all of them. That's way more important than keeping them in different places around the world. This is crazy.
Science!
Look at that!
So I'm placing a question mark next to the orb.
Great.
Noise. That was my turn. That's it. It's yours, and it's the end of the paragon.
Do you reduce the quests?
Yes.
Okay, there are two. During an investigation in a settlement, you discover a demonic being hiding in plain sight. Is it related to your adventure? Does it succeed in tempting you and into doing what? Or a restless ghost begs you to finish something for it, but there's danger involved. Will you do it? Take one harm if you want. Reduce or increase the quest if you want. What, the ghost?
No.
Okay, yeah. I wake up in the middle of the night to hear someone calling me. Someone calling me in my own language, which is particularly strange. I creep into the temple and I see the conch there. And above the conch is a sort of ethereal, transparent being that looks like we looked like thousands of years ago.
Back when you were octopududes.
And it tells I'm still an octopus. Yes,
No, now you're an octopus
Now you're the
dude.
magnificent octopus.
You're a magnificent octopi. Good
You're
point.
just an okay octopus.
Exactly, thank you. And it looks at me and it goes down on its ethereal knees and it begs me to release it by smashing the conch.
Don't, how about
Yes.
you don't do that?
Yes!
And-
You're asleep! You're asleep!
I raise my especially eight-handed sword and I crush it into the conch.
Nice!
It breaks in pieces. Of course, the orb disappears because it was always an illusion all the time, as does the ghost who thanks me. And then all the halflings rush into the temple and find me above an empty crust.
With no hope, yes.
And I take one harm as I escape from.
That's bad. Wow.
Yes, that works.
Thank you.
Well, it is time to become epic.
Apex.
All map restrictions are lifted. You can do anything, anywhere.
Does it happen before or after the
It
quest?
happens right. Right. Good point. Your turn has ended, Darcy.
Yeah, but still.
Go on. Sorry.
So this ends. Does this end first and this becomes one first? Or does it matter?
It doesn't matter at all.
Okay. So, we're ready to attack. So here's what we do. I use the portal in the middle of the night. And first of all, I take you with me. We sneak into
Don't
the camp.
all of us go into the...
At the beginning, I'll just
I'm a
take
bit
you.
clattery,
Okay.
I'm not good at sneaking.
I take you because we sneak into the mosquito camp and we make contact with the lovely nice.
Oh, you remember the name.
Do you also tell him about like the conch?
Yeah,
and
is this
the orb?
before or after?
It's probably the same night or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, so
after.
it's after.
Yeah, I'm very cross with you, but we need to.
What? It wasn't my fault. It was the ghost inside the conch. It mesmerized me.
You
Mind
used
control.
ancient
Mind
artifact.
control.
I was
It had
doppelganger.
glasses.
You were a doppelganger.
It had glasses. Yes.
You used our ancient artifact for your own selfish ways, but okay.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we do.
Yes, that's- Hello, welcome to Helfling Land.
And first we make contact with lovely nice, and we convince her together that we're going to start a war between the Windsors and the rebel octopi. If they join us rather than the other factions, then we'll help them get rid of the Baron and we'll give them their island back.
Ooh.
And then after we finish that,
Way making enemies, Darcy.
I dress up. I take the clothes of our prisoner. And I dress up, and I know that you guys don't distinguish between us because we all look the same to you.
Is that racism against them?
And I go up to the Windsor camp, and I call out in a huge voice, "We octopi don't need you humans anymore. We're turning on you." And I dress like the rogue octopi, and I start murdering them. And then there's a huge war between us two. The mosquito women join in. We kill both factions, and
Then everyone join.
Yeah.
then
Then
everyone
everyone
joins
join,
us.
yes. Through
And
the
I
other
think
world realm.
I don't know if we completely wiped them out, but it's a very, very big blow on the Windsors, and as well as the rogue octopi. Everybody's fighting everyone else. And we return the island to the queen, to lovely nice, who's the new...
She's not the queen.
She becomes an important leader.
She was already an important... Well, she's not a leader. Is she now an important leader?
Maybe she's not the head musketeer. She like teaches all the other musketeers. She trains them.
I'm adding that. Okay.
Cool. And I think is the Baron actually on the island? We didn't say, did we?
No reason
He's
to
on
think
the
that he
trial.
was. Yes, it's quite likely. that he
So we
was.
just kick out his forces that might have, and anyone who the mosquito lady wants us to kick out, we kick out on the way.
Okay.
We
So
have
that,
pictures
that, that was a busy night.
That was a very busy night. Does he add a quality because you finished the quest?
And harm.
What was that? Sorry.
If she takes another harm, she dies. But
Yeah.
So you give him harm.
what?
What?
But we did well, didn't we? I mean, we pitted
Yeah,
everybody.
no, we did really well, but it sounded
Add a
like
quality.
it was the biggest
I'll take
battle
harm. It's a good point.
ever.
I'll take one.
So wait, so what's the status right now?
So right now the mosquito ladies have the island to themselves again.
And
The
they're not,
Windsors are scattered to all winds.
and they're not working with Windsors.
Anyone.
There were actually the quality were probably there are allies now. Because
Okay, cool. And the octopi.
have been scattered as well. Because they fought the Windsors because the Windsors stopped.
Did they go back to Atlantia or do you not know?
I think
I think
it's
we
because they're
don't.
rebels, probably they won't be coming back.
Yeah, I don't think they will come back home.
Okay, so we just have a lot of rogue.
Well, let's
octopi.
play to see what happens.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's say we killed a lot of them, so they're pretty. They took a lot of harm.
What's the quality you're adding?
Alliance with mosquito ladies when we need them.
That's a journal.
So it doesn't-
All person. Mosquito lady.
Mosquito
nice, fun. So, during the epic tier, a card might suddenly say you've reached the maximum level.
Oh wait, she hasn't. She needs
Taken
to
action.
Yeah, she hasn't.
God damn it! What's your action? Yes. What are you doing there?
I'll sit between the campfire. So okay, we defeated the Windsors, we defeated the rogue octopi.
Yeah, apparently we did.
What's our next step?
We
According
need-
to my notes.
Oh my god! We
Did you
need.
return the orb where it should be?
So we need to
So-
return this. Can we just like throw it in the portal and just come
That feels irresponsible. It might go by the giants.
Look, they are going to go after the orbs, and if not them, then someone else will go after the orbs quite soon. We need to gather them, summon the demon, and defeat it.
What?
A demon? Sorry, which
Are
demon?
we?
What demon?
The
Oh,
demon.
you missed it.
Oh yeah, there was a demon. Okay.
The temple with that explains the origin of the orbs. It says that there was a demon, and that's what created the storm winds.
Yes, but they weren't as wise as we are today, and they didn't have magic. Dude, your magic can defeat the demon, I'm sure, because...
My magic can defeat anything.
Exactly, so let's...
We can
But-
stand against this.
So you're
Yes.
suggesting instead of putting the orbs in place and keeping the demon
It will
contained,
it's a
you want to
temporary
release
solution.
it
It's
so
a
we can kill
temporary
it.
solution, and every scene we've managed to steal orbs about 4 times for the past 2 months. So it's and we are like 5 guys.
We
So
did it twice without even meaning to.
yes.
And
So-
we do hold the power of magic, the power of the winds, the power of crazy happenings.
I'm very sorry.
Carpentry. Power of
The ocean
carpentry.
and the power of the sun gods. So if anyone can defeat a demon and become heroes,
Also, it's like the start of the epic tier. It seems very.
I'm putting my truth visors on. Yes, I agree. Very well. We should use our powers. I sound like fire, like flame here, like a water kind of bubble here. We should do it.
I accidentally
Yeah.
used my blinding light power.
I raised my 8-tentacled sword.
I create some tiny clouds.
What you meditate? You fly up.
Yes, and then I create some tiny clouds.
Team us. So it was that your turn.
That was my turn.
That was your action.
Yes.
Your turn is now over.
Yes.
Epic.
Oh wait, you. Sorry.
During the epic tier, a card might suddenly say you've reached the maximum level. The campaign now comes to an end. Every player chooses a current quest or creates a new quest, one last thing they want to achieve. All quests that weren't chosen are cancelled, so that every player has one quest and no other quests remain. Starting with the player who drew the card and proceeding clockwise, all quests are now resolved with a roll of a die. Add 1 for any person, item, ability, or journal entry that seem relevant from any character sheets, but explain how they helped. If you got 8 or more, the quest ended with a marvelous victory. With 7 or less, you failed in an epic manner. Erase from your character sheet a number of things equal to the result and describe what happened. That will happen when we've reached the maximum level, which can be any of these cards from now on.
Cool.
Aviv, it's your turn.
Yes.
Don't reach
Don't
maximum
process.
level. Yes. Yet.
is coming up to you.
Really?
And
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's
Oh,
you've reached
You've
it.
reached my cylinder. Well, technically, we should add. Thank you for being with us. No, let's do one round.
Let's reshuffle.
Okay.
Let's do one round.
We'll do one round and then we'll
Yes.
get back to this.
Yeah.
So you'll do the maximum level then?
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, we'll do one round then.
You've reached the maximum level.
You participate in an assault on a city. Why?
Too
How
late.
do you use your abilities or journal entries to succeed in the assault? Or you help defend a city against an assault. Who's attacking and who's leading them? It sounds exactly like what we just did. How does it end? Add or change something on your character sheet.
Well, this is an actual city.
We do have this, and there's something here that we're not aware of. We know that like the currents, because my research, and we know that there's a missing orb.
There's also
So-
still technically
What
a
is
whole
the-
rebel
What is this quest?
Another orb
getting the orb, the third orb, from Dragon Island.
Dragon Knight.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm
Um,
assuming you still have the orb that we saw.
Oh yes, it's
Okay.
still here.
Oh, we actually have this as well. We need to get
Yes,
this.
we need that one, and we might need to assault the city to get it.
Especially
Sure.
if the brothers sort of taking
Web.
over the area or something.
Army of Wizards. I mean, there are all sorts of things. This is epic. Go for it.
Maybe you
Okay.
have a secret half sister named the Worst.
Yes, I do. And it's okay that we're super far away from that. We don't care about that in the epic.
We care about it always, but it's not that super important, generally speaking. Might reflect the
Oh, actually,
quest
we did
or
this and
whatever.
we could just have come back
Yeah.
to here with a
For
portal.
example.
So
There's also,
Frankly,
by
there
the
could be a
way,
portal leading somewhere else as
there's
well.
Atlantia.
Exactly, I was thinking of that as well, but only if you ask for suggestions.
yes,
Do
no,
come.
I like that. Yes. Okay, your people have scattered. Your rogue faction
Your
people
people.
have scattered, and you're really eager to show us the not all hashtag not all
Squids.
octopi. Yes.
That's right.
Not squids.
So I think we're going to dive each with our own
Diving
underwater
thing.
diving paraphernalia, and help defend the city
Nice.
Against the rebel attack.
against the rebel attack.
Because they're holding the last orb.
Oh my gosh, they
Except
are.
for the other 3 orbs that we don't have.
One of the orbs, holding one of the orbs.
Yes, they are. That's maybe what started everything, I think.
What?
That's the first orb that got stolen away by the rogue faction and got taken to Atlantia. And that's what started the whole stormy thing in the first place.
Oh, so the orb.
Yes.
So its place isn't in Atlantia.
No, it isn't. It's in the temples, the 4 temples, wherever they are, but
Okay.
one of them was stolen. And we're going to help defend Atlantia, get rid of the rogue faction, and get the orb.
Nice.
Yes.
And get justice.
So we know who's attacking, who's leading them. Do you have a specific octopus evil person? That
Maybe
we
it's
know?
The banker.
They have a head banker.
Oh, the head banker, of course.
Of course.
So yeah, he's attacking with his people, and there's few of them. I mean, we killed loads, and there weren't that many to begin with, and we're bringing all the information, all the intel, whatever they've not already gathered with their telepathic powers, apparently. So it's kind of a short battle, and we squash them.
Excellent.
It's an amazing victory to
Calamari.
us, and the amazing calamari victory.
That's offensive to her people.
Sea
But it
wolf.
is tasty. And it's also the start of a good political bond between people and octopi.
Excellent.
Yes,
The Surf and Turf Alliance.
I love that. I'm going to add that as a journal entry. The Serpent
Turf
Alliance.
Alliance. Nice.
Nice.
Beautiful. And yeah, that's it. Add or change something on your character sheet.
Awesome.
The Surf and Turf Alliance.
So we now have another orb as well.
And
It
another
sounds
orb.
like.
Yes. Do you want to hold it as the
Representative of
the
your people.
representative of the octopus people?
Probably the octopus people give it to you as a thank you for saving the city. So I imagine it would go to you.
I kind of like having held at least every orb once. This is orb 3, nice. And I've gained some more wind power as a
Reduced by 1. This ended. How did this end?
Maybe that's the orb The orb that was
Yeah.
there was the one taken to Atlantia.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. So possibly everything we just described happened when we've reached that temple, discovered the orb is not there, and yeah, folded back to Atlantia.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay, and action. We need to find the last orb and my brother. I think it makes sense that maybe they, because the Windwall Temple here is not the biggest wind temple. That's the one on the continent. So that's the. It's originally called the main temple.
Is it-
Main as in the sea, not as in primary.
Sure, that's what they.
I thought because it's the mainland.
And they have horses with beautiful manes there. So that's where my half sister is. We've kind of distributed all our family to various temples, and we're going to get her help because she's definitely on our side, unlike some of the others, and get the final orb and discover some information about Better. Try to find him. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay. Plot thickens.
That was awesome.
An
Yes.
evil person you haven't heard from for some time returns to the scene. They're stronger than before. What's helping them? Change the other person? Or one of your persons is revealed to be an ancient, powerful force of good in disguise, or an agent of. Why do they reveal themselves now? What omen of hope or despair accompanies this reveal? Change the other person.
I still have headbound bowler. It's not super relevant,
I've
but
still
it
got
exists.
Ned.
And there is also the escaped twins.
Bethany.
Bethany.
Are
Bethany.
you still taking her with us?
No,
No,
she
she
escaped, but
Oh,
she
she
still
escaped.
exists.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that. So Bethany comes back with a grudge. Yes.
Bethany's back.
She escaped and she obviously went back to her winter friends, but they were all wiped out, including her family. Yes. And she has taken the time to learn some ancient evil rituals, use magic.
Magic is evil, I remember that.
Okay. No, it's the bad kind of magic.
Okay.
Yeah. It's haircut magic.
Says the
No,
person
that's
So the one-
It's bad haircut magic. There's a difference. What's
bad
helping them?
haircut as opposed to bird haircut.
What's helping them? Do we have anything like?
I have an idea.
I mean, the storm is getting bigger, so maybe the power of the storm.
Maybe the demon.
What? Ideas?
Yeah, it's a
Dragon. I think she might be riding a dragon.
riding.
There were always hints for dragons, but we never saw one.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Maybe one of the things she found, like on one of the bodies that we left behind, is kind of like an amulet that allows you to control, communicate, whatever, with a dragon. It is classic. Yeah. And yeah, she's now. I mean, she's alone. She doesn't have any like an army or whatever, but she is riding a dragon, and she's after us. And
That'll do.
yeah, I think that's enough.
Dragon riding escape wisdom.
Yeah.
Escaped, riding a dragon.
Yes.
Hates us.
It's
Reduced by one.
That's the one, sure.
So
And I guess I'm taking the time to look through the notes and figure out that here there's there's nothing there now, but look at the currents and the positions of everything, and if you look at the angles and how everything's ordered, you can extrapolate and understand
Science.
science. Yes.
Nerd.
My glasses.
The only person in the room without glasses.
But I have it as an item. So, if my calculations are correct, there should be a drowned temple around here, and it probably holds the last orb that we haven't found yet. So we probably want to come here and just get it.
Is it like a broken land, an archipelago? What?
It's just a drowned temple.
It's still
drowned. Yeah. It should be. So I've deduced that there should be another
Ducted.
one of these here.
Sure.
But
But
it's not on a map and it's drowned and no one ever heard of it.
Okay.
But I know of it.
Yes.
And I give you all my glasses so you can rest assured that there is something there.
Amy,
All right, we believe you.
act for your turn has come.
Okay. You encounter a type of creature that you used to fear but now easily overcome. How? Or you meet a former villain who you defeated and is now making amends. How?
We do have the rogue magnificent octopi, which we didn't decide what happened to him. So
It's true, we could have the banker.
We also have vulture
Vultures.
harpy. I'm just saying, vulture harpies.
Where were the vulture harpies? Oh yeah. There we
I
have
do
it.
the vulture harpies
It's a
on the
very
map.
long
And
time.
we have better.
I think we're going
And
to.
we have better, that's true.
I think we're going to get attacked by vulture harpies. But we, in fact, you just use your wind magic to just blow them down into the water.
Yes.
Like you see the camera pans over them, the swarm of them, and just go, and then plunge into the water.
Nice.
Question, when you created this, was this adding a thread or starting a quest?
Can I start a quest as well as
Sure.
creating a place?
You
So-
can start a quest and create this place as part of the quest. Sure.
So I want to make sure that we finish it before.
Oh, no, not likely.
we can finish quest at the very end.
I'll put it as. Oh, we could.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'll put it as 4,
Your fault.
which is 3 because
It's
because
now
Amy-
I
becoming
played.
Well, you didn't reduce it because you did it
Create.
at the end of your turn.
Right. Okay.
But
But
now-
now you
Yeah.
reduce both of them.
So now it goes down to 3.
Yup.
Yeah.
And then you do a thing. What's the thing you're doing, Amy?
Well, I think should I put down the ultimate quest of destroying the demon, or is that something we create once we get that?
I don't see how we can do it right now. There's no demon.
But if you put it as
No,
6,
but
then
summoning
by,
the demon and summon and defeat the demon is the quest.
If you want to, you
If you
can.
put it in 6, then that's fine because we'll have all the orbs by 6.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a long time away.
Where is it?
Do we have maybe items?
I thought we had to summon and defeat it at the temple.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Wait. Yes.
Well, finish a quest with a big final fight. You defeat a major villain, but not without a price. What do you lose? It has to be something that will change you forever.
You're
Well, when we arrive at the temple on the continent,
Yes.
Better is there. But not only better, but also the damn, what's her name? The blind monk lady that sent me on my way. From the first.
Did she have a name?
Priestess?
She was priestess something, blind
Priestess.
dude.
Priestess Blindness.
Yes, that I hated. And now.
She's working with them?
Yes, because Better managed to convince everyone in the main temple on the mainland, being a bishop, I think he's a bishop, now he's a bishop, that and the archbishop suddenly died. It was really strange. Like during a haircut, it was the strangest thing. And they have haircut magic. And convinced everyone that we are like the worst. So we had to face them, and as we faced them, she cursed me because she knew my fate. She read my fate in the stars and in the winds, probably in the winds. She cursed me to never have my fate fulfilled, and by thus removed my curse never to touch water. Because it's supposed to be part of my fate. So she removed it, so now I can't fulfill my fate apparently. Whatever it will be in the final quest, obviously. But with the fit, what's his name?
Yes.
Better.
Yes.
Fun enough by bettering him
Oh.
with a bat.
Battery.
Battering them?
Yes. Into a bucket of butter and for it like the orb, like he holds the orb as his hand sinks into the yes.
So you have 2 orbs now.
Yes, get the orb.
Yep.
You have the orb,
Yep.
and we finish it magnificently, although we are basically running away from the temple because the organized religion is obviously not what you thought it was. They are all going against the wishes of the god, I think. It's quite clear now. It's your choice, but I mean, they're all completely against you and you have wind power, so obviously the god likes you or something like that. I don't know.
I'm the chosen one.
Yes, you are the chosen one.
Sure.
Everything gets reduced by 1.
So how many orbs do you have?
3.
3.
Yeah.
I have 1 orb.
No, sorry, I have 2.
I have 1.
Yeah.
So we have 3.
Yes.
So we just need the 1 more.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm adding a thread to this quest. I think it should be harder.
What? No.
Yes, I think it should.
There's
I think
vulture
it should.
sharks.
And I think it's worse now that I don't no longer.
Yeah, that was gonna be an issue. You can't dive and like help us with.
I have a lightning gun. Now that I can no longer stinky smelly, I find myself unusually in need of some sort of destiny. I was so suddenly now that I actually feel that this curse removed is actually my life changed, Darcy. I find something else and return to be the hero of Southward Island and trying to actually become a hero for Southward Island. Because that, if I can't have a destiny from above, I will create my own. Therefore, using the underworld currents, I return there and recruit this young group of 4 or 5 cute little hobbits to join me and, as we all know, horribly die on the final battle. Cannon fodder, and I'll just add them as person. What's the name of the group?
You can just add them as item at this point, I think.
That's racist.
You just described their...
What's their name? The group's name?
Merryweathers.
No.
The hobbitses.
The merry.
The giant spirited.
The merry.
do-gooders.
The merry, well-spirited. Yes, they're the merry, well-spirited. Spirit is very well.
So that makes this harder?
No. He didn't affect it in any way. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool.
So was that a thread or a quest?
That was a thread. I just added a thread.
Okay.
Which usually you shouldn't do like this. I mean, the thread should be something on the map. If you want a thing, you need to go to a quest for it. But it seems unreasonable
I mean, we're
at this
finishing up
stage.
like
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Final one.
Beings from outside of the world invade a settlement by magical means. Who are now there and how can they be stopped? What allowed them to stop the invasion? Or you must venture to an outworldly one. We're stuck on the second one anyway.
What?
Yes,
Again,
really
from the
exciting.
start and slower.
Beings from outside of the world invade a settlement by magical means. What are they and how can they be stopped? What allowed them to stop the invasion? Okay, so clearly from within the storm, now that we have 3 out of
Something
the 4...
comes out of the storm.
Exactly, out of the storm.
Oh!
Come demonlings. It's not the demon, but he's sending forth his demonlings.
It's a he demon.
It's
That's news again.
it's a demon
Yes.
of all genders, depending on how you look at it.
Nice.
And
Spirits.
exactly.
It's a vulture demon also.
Obviously, a vulture demon.
They ride out of the storm towards you because you have 2 of the 3 orbs, and towards you because you have 1.
I'm backing away slowly.
It doesn't say how is it resolved. Should I add that though?
No, it doesn't have to be resolved.
Because I would
It just
say
happens.
okay, it happened. I think we fought them off, and you used your wind power, and you used your magic power, and you used your
Blinded
magic
them.
shield.
I used the merry well spirited, the three of them died.
Oh no, and I used the sword, and I think we defeated them, but it was a serious battle.
Any harm?
You can take one harm if you like.
I'm going to take one.
I'm not taking harm.
I'm taking harm.
My people died for me.
A true hero.
Yes. Just very shortly, because we're on our way. We're going to recruit all mosquito women that are willing to help us to fight that final battle, because we can need all the help we can get.
That's fair.
Sure.
Everything is reduced by 1 before you place that.
Okay. So not that one.
Nope.
No problem.
And then it's your turn.
Yeah.
What does it
Final
say?
one. You've reached the maximum level. Going clockwise, each of you will now tell in play how another character helped them overcome some personal debility. Remove or change a quality of your choice. Interesting. So I'll start then. Okay, I feel like what happened here in the fight with Beta and everyone. It was a quest that you finished, right?
Yes.
So I think you, with your halflingy ways, and perhaps you as well with your science notes.
How did you call it? Knowing
My nose.
Yes, you've helped me understand that maybe following the church blindly is.
For Ned. It's not for you.
It's you do you, Ned. You do you. But maybe that's not the way to serve Godwin, and I need to find my own way, and therefore.
Stop just following orders.
Yeah, maybe even not following Godwin. You know?
Well, no,
Who knows?
that's-
Maybe.
No.
No.
I'm no longer an orbiter. I'm coming up with
You've
a cool
orbited.
name for myself. I've orbited, and now
The obituary.
I'm starting my own religion. It's called For the Wind.
For the win.
Yes, it's
Yes.
gonna be probably exactly the same with stupid rules
Yes.
and stuff, but
Bet-
that's
better
way in the
hats.
future. Yes.
No, nasty hats.
Nasty hats.
Yeah, not
yes,
better
thank
hats.
you. Yep, that's it.
Cool. So I think do we change and whatever?
Yes.
Anything we want?
Remove
Yes.
or change a quality of your choice. Yes.
Yes. Okay. I think I've learned about light magic. I think we managed to create a new school of magic.
Nice.
'Cause- yeah, like using some influence from gods or something like that. I'm not really sure. I need to research it. It's science somewhere there. I just haven't figured out exactly what.
Yeah.
But we managed to create like a new school of light magic, and I'm now essentially like I'm not the headmaster, but I'm the person who knows about this. I need to now go and report to the headmaster. We need to open up a new school. We need to change our history books. We need to do a lot of things because there's new magic, and we can create magic, and it's not something that's always been there. It's not a power inherited world, but it's something that we create.
That sounds completely, opposite of the whole process of peer review, which is like makes it non-science.
That's why I'm going to the headmaster. We're going to talk about it. We're going to study
That's
it.
not peer review.
That's peer review. Yeah.
That's
Ability peer
the opposite
reviewer.
of objective truth. But sure, why not?
He has the glasses.
I have the glasses.
You got good
You
points.
decide what objective.
Magical classes of deciding what's objective. Nice.
I'm a truther. Yeah.
I think I have, just having kind of watched this sort of fairly morally dubious way that we've gone about things with sneaking into places and robbing places and robbing each other. But nevertheless, everything we've done has led us to this point where we're going to, serve the good, and where we're going to fight this demon. And I feel like I have sort of come to a place where I'm willing to acknowledge that maybe sometimes we need to do bad things in order to, achieve good ends. And I feel like I no longer need to sort of deny my own role in this. So I'm going to lose my plausible deniability.
I
live up to my own up to my actions.
I've seen your journey throughout this whole thing, and I was pretty sure that I don't need anything or anyone, or basically a future of any sort. Your devotion to a concept that quite obviously is of your own mind, because we saw no evidence of your God anywhere, or anything relating to a God anywhere. You are the only person around.
The only other person is a blind
He's a
guy.
blind dude that just follows you obediently. I mean, that at a time of crisis for myself, that is inspiring. And I see now that it's enough to believe. It doesn't matter what you believe, you just need to believe. You need to have faith. That's the important thing.
That's what you believe in.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
Wait,
what we're
do you-
taking away from this.
Do you believe in her God now?
Well, not at all. Of course not. It doesn't exist. Quite obviously.
So you believe in
doesn't
the right
exist.
God? In the
No, I
right
don't
God?
believe in any God.
Okay.
There's no point in it.
He's
No.
going to believe in belief.
Oh.
But I don't want to be the hero of South Rhode Island. I want to be the leader of South Rhode Island.
Oh.
I think I want to lead them to a new.
So you want people to serve you?
Yes. Oh, you got it now. Yes. I'm aspiring leader.
I think the fact that you led the defense against my hometown made me realize that in fact our species probably have more in common than that which divides us. The tentacle thing is not really what we are.
Well, let's look at the bottom of the
We have at least two things in common.
So rather than just an ambassador of my people, I think I will make it my mission, if I survive this, to try and bring us closer together.
Beautiful.
Love it.
How does it translate to your quality or something? Or your class?
I think if it was ambassador, now it will be more...
Peace broker.
Peace broker, thank you.
I think it's time to do the thing.
Yes.
Are we closing quest now?
Well, every player chooses a current quest or creates a new quest. One last thing they want to achieve. Starting with you again. All quests that weren't chosen are cancelled, so that every player has one quest and no other quests remain.
So I'm definitely choosing this one to get my hands on the final orb.
No problem. Yes.
What's this one? Oh, recruiting the mosquitoes, whatever.
So,
This is, well, that's summoning, right?
Yes.
So if I finish this, we're not... Oh, this...
We named it summoning and defeating. I mean, if we're summoning it, we're going to also defeat it. Or not.
So it feels weird choosing that.
Someone should. Otherwise, it doesn't.
You can
Yep.
spearhead the summoning and defeating.
Okay, sure. So yeah, I'll take this one off.
No, you keep it there. We need to know what it is. You just take it's yours.
It's mine.
Yes. Do you take it?
I take it.
Then it's yours. That's basically it. Yes, Amy.
I was going to take that, and I'm not sure what to.
What your character wants to achieve.
That pretty much.
Assuming that works, or doesn't
Assuming that
work.
works.
Maybe something.
Ooh, I think I want to start this as a new temple to both of our faiths.
Nice.
So to my real god and your
I want to be the king.
And science, right? Like a science
king?
fair,
Yes.
science focus.
Sure, yes.
Good.
We'll have a library.
I'm going to be the king of South Rhode Island.
Yep.
awesome.
One. That's how easy it's gonna be.
And the
After
number
we
doesn't
defeat the
matter.
demon.
We will not. It's not important now.
I think I want to.
We don't have anyone taking them.
Then it will just be cancelled.
I think we want to take the mosquito because we already. Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming it succeeds. Oh, do you want me to take the mosquito?
That's it, do
it's
whatever
your-
you want.
it's
It's
your-
your turn.
I'll build. What's the capital?
What?
I don't think there's a capital.
Your choice.
So I will sort of join you guys. I will build a underwater tunnel. I will help build an underwater tunnel from Atlantia to your temple so that we will forge connections.
You can maybe like use this. Is this an island? Is this like an
Surprise!
actual? So you can use this as kind of like a waypoint, like where the Atlanteans set up, kind of like the base of.
Everything you just said is very unlikely.
So I'm gonna put it here.
Too late.
Aviv,
Yes.
let's start.
Let's go.
All quests are now resolved with a roll of a die. Add one for any person, item, ability, or journal entry that seems relevant from any character sheet, but explain how. If you got 8 or more, the quest ended with marvelous victory.
Okay. I feel like each orb that we have helps us find the last one.
I say that only one should suffice. I mean,
No.
So all 3 orbs are the same, and all of them. Give
Yeah,
us
but they all-
3? That seems unlikely.
Because they pull towards each other. So if you have.
I'm
three-
happy with using it as 1 point.
No,
I am the personal chosen of Godwin.
Is that the quality?
Of course you are.
It's for the wind, so
Is that the quality?
oh, it's not a quality, not technically no.
Well, you could have made it into a quality, and you chose to change it. It works.
It's a quality.
Sure.
We do have the Surf and Turf Alliance, which I feel are going to help us defeat Demon.
I
But we're not talking about.
But you're not talking about the demon.
But
No,
Yeah,
sorry, it's the orb.
But
Yeah,
they'll
no,
probably
no,
know
We're talking
how
about getting the orb.
they may have information, so in that sense it could help. They may be able to say, in our ancient maps, there used to be a temple here.
I
That makes
did completely
We
disagree.
have-
Why, Atlantia? It makes sense. They would know there's thousands of years of history mapping the area.
We've sort of won respect of the mosquitoes, you would say,
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would they
Alliance.
know something about the orb?
because of the Mosquito-Windsor alliance.
Why would Windsor know anything about the orb?
Well, Windsor has no idea.
Windsor had the orb.
Not
no,
this
not
one.
that one.
Oh, not that
But
one.
they
Not
have
this one.
researched
Do
it.
we like if we lend our abilities to this?
Yes,
Can we use them again for other things?
sure. Unless they get deleted by losing.
Failing.
Yes, by failing.
I
But-
can control water,
Oh,
which I
but they
can really help.
can control water. I have the water-air breathing apparatus.
Sure.
I'm going to use to dive and get it.
I am 5
We've
guys
seen
I
it.
can push into the water.
You have two now.
We've
Really?
I've resupplied in the meantime.
A true hero.
Yes.
We've glimpsed the past in the form of that temple, so we've seen how what those islands
Good
look like.
point.
according
Oh,
to myths.
nice. Good
Okay,
point.
so that's 5.
I can't help in
I
any way.
can dive with you, if that helps.
And
So
do you
together.
have a quality that translates into something useful here?
I am again. I can also dive with you, and I'm telepathic with the government. So if they have any information, they can pass it on.
I have the research notes, which obviously
Oh yeah,
even
Yeah.
gave us
ties
that.
to it,
So
yes.
that's
That's
helpful.
6. I feel okay with 6. We
Really?
need to get
Really?
8.
Because it's like 50%.
No.
I mean,
we need
one
to
or
get
two.
8 or more.
8 or more.
So only one.
Only one will
fails.
be fail.
Ah, okay, no, good point.
But we need to find one more because otherwise it would
then
fail.
No,
that's
let's
his
do
point.
it.
That's his
It's
point
way
about the
more fun.
government.
Yeah, I like the option of failing.
Yeah.
Wait. If you fail, it means that everything we've put towards this
Oh, because
roll,
we do need the orbs. That's true. Okay.
right? They're all gone.
It's your interpretation. What
no,
happens.
but the rules said if we fail.
Yes.
all-
No,
all-
only,
I-
only,
I
only if the
also
character
have-
currently rolling. Only if we lose them.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yes.
I also have a jetpack, so I'm going to actually fly right over where the orb is and then dive right in.
Wow, that's
That's very cool. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, good.
that happened.
So you got
That
an orb.
exactly happened. I splash into the water. There's the quiet
I
seas for a
like
second.
move the water as he splashes.
Oh no. The sea's quiet for a second, and then there's actually the storm clouds starting to brew above the water, and the water starts kind of almost like it's boiling, and then I whoosh, fly out with the orb in my hand.
I just like shoot a beacon of light so that it looks more awesome.
Yes,
And then and blind her in the
yes, I am now the blind goddess of the wind, and that's perfect. I have all
And
the
apparently
orbs.
that's the origin story of Ned.
Ev.
Yes, so we're now summoning and attacking the demon.
I think the quest said defeat.
Defeat. Someone in defeat.
Yes.
Right. So we have the orbs.
Yes.
Yes.
But I guess that's just one, because all the orbs.
I don't see why any of the orbs are relevant. The orbs are only kept at bay. I'm assuming they got shattered or something when he summoned him, maybe? I'm not sure they
I
exist.
think we need them to. Okay, that's fine. I have the wizard agent.
Yes.
He's called Angus.
Angus.
Yeah.
Angus the wizard.
Angus the wizard. Can I use can summon fire, can control water, and light magic wizard? Because these are all three different
Your
abilities
choice.
that I've learned.
Your choice. If you can somehow use all of them at the same time and describe how, then sure.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm
Can I
going to
use,
smite him with goodliness.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's a demon. That's
I
it.
managed to hit someone in a bar fight once.
Yes, that's so nice.
So you punching the demon? Nice.
I don't think that.
I use my research. I use my I called it creation wand that we found in the chest. I haven't used it. I didn't really decide what it does.
It's against demons.
But yeah,
It's demon destroying one.
I do have control of the weather, I guess.
Eight tentacled sword. You can.
Oh yeah. We already at 8. But
And
you
I have the
wanna-
merry well-spirited.
I have
with
Ned.
And then, yes,
So we have 10.
Nice.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Roll for it just in case. We didn't get -4. Okay. So, excellent. What
Nice.
happened?
So we basically take all of the orbs. We have 4 of them. We place them in the correct position. There's an altar somewhere there, and you chant something. You chant something. I read something from the history books. That's what we actually need to use. And then I read it. And then every one of you kind of smashes a different orb, and we kind of do it all together. I'm sorry, but that's the whole point. And as we do it, everything starts shaking, an epic earthquake, and kind of the storm for a second just subdues. It's all quiet for a few seconds, and then there's this huge splash from the water itself. This giant demon. Have you watched Thor Ragnarok? No.
Don't spoil.
So there's a large demon.
It's pretty big or something. I guess.
It's obviously it has the head of a vulture.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But it also has 4 arms, and it has 2 swords and a shield and 2 shields and 2 swords.
And
it breathes.
it screams, I would die if anyone immune to water would just jump into me and destroy my health from the field. And I just look from the sides.
And we kind of all do. So basically, you use your blindness ray to blind all the dwarves, all the halflings,
All of the
all
heavens
hobbits.
from not
So they
jumping
don't-
into, yes.
So they're not afraid of the demon. And we're just attack! It's just a little small enemy. And they all die immediately. Yeah. But Ned helps, and he doesn't die, and you kind of hacks at him your giant 8-handed sword, sure. And I use kind of water and firebolts and light magic as well. It's kind of light the whole thing like a giant ray of light. And wind, and there's storms and lightning.
And hearts.
Lightning's hitting him, and he kind of explodes. Start his hands start falling off. You chop one of his hands off, and it's a giant hand falls into the water, and huge splashes and waves. What do you do now that you don't have immunity?
Nothing. I did basically nothing.
You smashed it all.
Yes.
And you do kind of control of the hope. You don't control them, but
Yes.
it's
You
kind
use
of
the lightning gun.
yeah.
Yes,
It's nice. I mean, she summons a giant light from the sky.
Yeah.
It's cute. I mean, but you do have a lot of halflings seeing you kind of
No.
being as part of.
No,
No,
they're all blind
why would
and
any
deaf.
halfling be here except for these 5? And I'm guessing most of them died. I need to
Yeah.
resupply.
So you dead for a while. Sure. And we managed to defeat him. His body starts falling apart, a lot of parts falling off, and it at the end he just crumbles back into the ocean.
And the storm. What happens to the storm?
So his body kind of starts piling up, and it sort of like creates a new island at the center of the
Demon
area.
Island.
Demon Island, that's what it's called, yes. And the storm just like it's gone. Like the second he falls down, like the sky, the clouds start clearing.
Would you say the storm is out?
Sure, okay, yeah, the storm is out. I mean, I would say that everyone is out of the storm.
Yes,
now.
I mean, you can, if you want to.
Yes.
Amy?
Cool. So I'm going to try and we're going to found this new church at the start of this. So
Can
let
you
me
bake some
see.
brownies?
Yes.
Yes.
So I think we have glimpsed a piece of the past, so we understand the history of this religion, and we're going to go forward with a better understanding of our origins. But at the same time, I've been touched by this doubt and this my own failings. So we're going to go forward with with not necessarily with science, but
Sense, maybe.
Facts. That's
yeah,
call it.
with an openness to doubt.
Things are progressing.
I can't help you at all.
Well, I mean, I obviously have like my notes.
No, they can't help. The notes are about the storm. There's no
No,
storm.
but the notes are here as like an artifact for this new church. But of course, that's what helped us do all
Your
of this.
notes or like pieces of the orbs or something.
I think
maybe.
Both. Yeah,
That's
both.
the
Like,
idea
okay,
of the new
okay.
religion.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like the two most epic relics of this new religion.
The thing you wrote.
But no, it's not I get it from here. Like
Okay.
everyone.
And then the orbs.
Yeah.
It is the neck. I'm going to. The way to from Atlantia will be from there. So also it's a central place. So you'll probably get a lot of funding for.
But
Nice.
how?
Is
What's
that
your
the
quality?
best?
Do you have a quality that helps? A specific quality.
I'm the peace broker. So and I'm broking peace also with the religious aspects of humanity as well as.
The Surf and Turf Alliance.
Yes.
That's a quality.
Yes.
Yeah. I think 5 works with.
Yo,
It'll-
I can't help
we,
anyway,
we
so
can
I don't help.
potentially fail. It's more fun that way.
Yes.
And this is what is the name of the new religion?
Sun gods, storm gods, sun, storm, wind, storm.
Earth, wind, and water. Water, stuff, one,
Did
storm.
you say elf wind? I felt like it said halfling and water.
Oh wow.
Halfling and water.
No having joined that cult.
Sunstorm, sun wind.
The
Sun.
sky? Something to do with the
Do-
sky with
do-
the sun and the wind?
Do the meister.
Ooh. Temple of the Clear Skies.
I like it.
Okay, Temple of the Clear Skies, sure thing. Okay, it's time for me to do the heroic thing and become the leader of South Rhode Island. I am, of course, will be using my merry, well-spirited guys that are full of vigor, and the fact that I am aspiring leader, and my head musketeer, lovely nice, by my side now that we are having, even though we are not like remarried or
reconciled.
anything, but we're reconciled, and she can at least give me some political advice, not to say nothing about just having her. It's reinforcing my position in the island. So that's 3. Can any of you guys help me in any way?
I can hinder you if you want.
No, I would prefer not.
We do have the Windsor prisoner who is escaped and riding like a dragon and hates us, which
Yes.
could be kind of. It gives you some cred. as a
No,
hero.
I don't think it does.
No, to have a villain like that.
I can give you.
who hates you.
Do halflings like stuff?
Are you?
I can give you the creation wand. Now that it's done, it's part. I'm willing to part ways with it.
Then I would love to thank you. That's 4.
I have the sacrificial dagger from the.
I can kill myself if it doesn't work.
No, it's a gift from the clear sky.
Ah,
I
okay.
mean,
that's-
you
that's-
come with
that's
like
one
gifts
thing,
from the
that's
head,
one thing.
from the wizard. And
Yes,
from
yes,
the-
that's fine. That's fine.
And
that
I
works.
think my squire, he's done a good job. I think it's time for him to be knighted and enter into the service.
Ah, yes, okay, that's 6. That's 6. I'm going with 6. Dusty, can you help in any way?
I can, but I won't.
Yay!
Nice.
Fine. Well, please call me from now on Chief Herfling Scoundrel Clara Dudermeister.
Chief to the Meister.
No, yes,
Do the chief.
Congratulations.
to the Chief. That's it. You're Chief Meister.
Okay, so I want to open up trade with the Queen Atlantia and humanity, and I'll do it on supply.
But not
and-
Helflingity.
Supplies!
Actually, it's a good place to open sort of with everybody. So we have trade relations already with the Nephites, that's one.
You have the Surf and Turf Alliance.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent, that's true too.
Wait, you have trade relations with...
Yeah, we have the
you have-
Nephili Alliance.
Is it equality?
It is.
Nice.
I have the fact that I'm the peace broker, so I suppose that'll be 3.
You have the fact that I am a leader of the...
Even though I didn't help you, are you
That
still,
doesn't matter.
we're still good for opening
I know
the
what's good
license?
for my people, that's it.
No problem at all. Do you... The fact that there's a church there, does that help?
Is
I
there
don't know if, they
equality
can,
now?
if there's a quality that can help with that, then yes.
I don't think there is equality unless we get to make the quality because we finished the quest.
Well, she used sacrificial dagger to say this is form, the church, and that worked. For example, if you can sell Ned, but
I
actually
mean, you can also have like an ability or whatever. Your
Oh,
head priestess.
you know, I don't want to give out the shield.
Ah, no.
this is the last action in the game. I don't know.
You can retire for adventure time.
Alright, happy to do half.
No.
There might be something.
Okay, then I think I will also use my carpenter.
No, your carpenter ability would be helpful. We're trying to build a tunnel. We can use that,
What about control water?
the Mark Kingdom.
To show
Actually,
you
yeah.
underwater that we also understand and control
Yeah, that
water?
could actually be really helpful also.
Yes,
just,
around
trade.
agreed. Yes.
I did like this.
Agreement. It's
That's what
happening for-
agreement looks like.
5, I think that looks good. Yeah.
Nice. Did all of us roll 5 on our dice?
Pretty
I want
much.
4.
Many of us.
Nice! That's it. This is the end of the
This has
game.
been out of the storm.
This has been out of the storm.
We did nothing here.
You know,
What?
we
Yeah,
didn't
that's how
do
this happens.
terribly much with the maps.
No, we did exactly everything we needed to do with the maps. We
Your
written stuff,
cards
things
are
on.
really good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, in case any of this was interesting to you, awesome, great, fun. If you're watching this before Dragon Meet 2017, come to the Up to 4 Players exhibitor stand where you can watch us, also talk with us if you enjoy that sort of thing, and possibly buy copies of Venture Forth. They won't have these decks, but that's it. Everything else will exist.
Maybe if you're interested in purchasing a copy,
I-
contact us because I don't know if we're bringing loads of them.
Will be like 10, I'm guessing, something like that, which should be more than enough, I believe, for the convention. If you're listening to this after the convention and you're interested, I don't know what to tell you, but there are 2 possible things. First, you can just check up4players.com. You should do anyway.
Yeah.
And secondly, you can maybe catch it at leisuregames.com, which is the only place I think where I will be selling it. Because I don't want to mess with all of the marketing stuff. That's basically it. Thank you guys. If you would like to follow us, do so.
Just look
Nice.
for Up to 4 Players on your favourite social media channel because we're there.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Les trolls!
Les drôles!
Les trolls!